All right, so we should now be recording.
All right. So after walking outside, knowing that they needed a speeder to make their way out, and thinking that they were, well, knowing that they were probably being followed by bounty hunters, the group paid this Nautilin who had just shown up. They were maintenance tech for the recycling facility that had to call the maintenance tech because somebody jumped down a garbage chute. Um, Blaine paid 10,000 credits, I want to say,
Yeah.
uh, to borrow their maintenance vehicle. And because the Nautilin was so nice, he didn't steal the money back. And the group jumped into the speeder pile. It was like a utility van or a work van. Tossed the Gungan in the back. Everybody piled in, and they proceeded towards where Boda was. Boda, meanwhile, landing on this platform outside of the building, significant height above the rest of the group, ran into two political delegates, whether they're delegates or aides or who knows what. Nobody really fully identified them. They were startled and they split ways. With the one above there, kind of going down the alley. Boda then started to talk to the fat one, who had gotten into his speeder and triggered a silent alert. And while he was talking to the fat one, the smaller one came back out, followed by this Sakian female holding a blaster to his back. She said that her name was Lulu, and she had a obvious grudge against the group and wanted to kind of speak with somebody up higher, or for them to kind of repay her in some way. It wasn't really clearly given what was going on with Lulu. Boda started to calm everything down as the group was moving towards him. Someone ran a red light right ahead of Jawa Jimmy, who was driving the utility vehicle. He deftly maneuvered out of the way, but another driver was not so lucky. There was a collision in the intersection, and the police, who had been silently called, were then distracted by the collision, had to kind of handle that. And so the group had a little bit of extra time to get Boda onto the speeder. Boda told these two guys, who he recognized their names as being kind of Ariadu origin, possibly, but not knowing exactly who they were. He told them that they needed to report to the newly leased office space of Blaine. They looked a bit startled, or a bit. There was a glance of kind of recognition when Boda gave the address, and the group realized that that used to be where the Ariado Authority had held them in a secret jail at a previous time. Lulu had meanwhile run off, having seen police sirens in the background. So then everybody jumped on the speeder and showed up at Port Karuska. They took a look around. Rusty ran into his brother, Theodore, who is not nearly so rough and tumble. Theodore was a much more refined individual of the Aqualish um, nature, and they had a heated argument about Lulu. Theodore said, or Rusty said, that he was waiting for Lulu. There was a big back and forth. Rusty gave a fade to black and white memory of his time dating a young Lulu. And then the group proceeded on. Boda jetpacking around. The rest of the team entered into this little building where they met an old man and woman. The old man, very xenophobic, and just a terrible person in general. Uh, they were squatters. They had no way to kind of live anywhere else, and so Blaine offered the woman, who seemed kind of nice. She's over here. She was there. He offered her 1,000 credits to come to Cloud City, and a job. Just go find Elaine. Um, and she mentioned that these two individuals here sometimes would smuggle in and out goods from the port, and she led the team to an access that got them onto a cargo crate. Um, and rather than run through everything and start the mission, still trying to figure out how to get through this place, I got to go somewhere sometime. And that's where we kind of tied up the mission. Any questions or additions? Oh, and Jowkazza saved the Gungan's life effectively, and they left him on the platform. And so the Gungan's not with you guys. Left him on the platform for the police to come find him.
Yeah.
Sweet, good, great.
Sounds great. I feel like in an alternate universe, Jowkazza is has the same basic role, but his IQ is a lot lower, and so maybe he would have, like gone to bandage the Gungan's arm, and instead he just ripped it off. But he thought he was doing the right thing, and so he just bandaged the arm, but it was no longer connected to the Gungan. Poor guy.
Don't worry, they grow back. Right?
Sure
They
do.
always do.
You look like a frog. Frog legs grow back, right? That's not how this works.
He was infected.
So, we'll get to. We're gonna kind of see. Jordan, you hear from Luke yet?
I have not, but I did
All right,
text him.
We'll see if Bodo's showing up. But for the moment, because I don't know if he might be able to make it on at 9 or something. For the moment, you guys hop in that cargo crate and kind of nothing for a while. You feel the crate get moved about, loaded onto a ship, and it's kind of there's a sense of almost like, what have we done? When you realize that one thing I forgot to mention in the recap, Drew got a she realized she had a comlink in her pocket that was beeping all of a sudden, and she didn't know where she got it from, but it told you what to get in that cargo crate, and that was how you were going to get to where you needed to be. You kind of realize that at one point this might have been a really bad idea, as you are just sitting in a crate not knowing where you're going, or if you're in hyperspace or regular space or whatever, and then there's suddenly a shift in movement, and you feel the crate settle down with a kind of like a boom and like a rumble. Then a couple minutes of silence, and then kind of like a Connex trailer, like those big giant things you'll have loaded up onto a semi. The doors just swing open, and this guy right here is standing at the doors. Hey, so you're the ones I was paid to take over here. Welcome. I think there's supposed to be something in the conference room or something for you. It's not really a conference room, but I mean, you get the idea. You're here. I got paid. I'm happy.
Where is here?
You're in. Well, I don't know if I can tell you the actual location, but you're in a safe space for people that want to get things done without having to deal with the paperwork and the headaches that come with big government.
All right.
And who are you?
Who am I? My name is
Safe Garagely.
I am Piff McFly Swag. You can call me Captain Swag.
I'm not calling you that. I'm
Are
calling
you a
you Piff.
space ranger?
No, I'm the captain of this here ship. Beauty that she is.
Oh, so we're on a ship.
No, this is a ship. You're on an asteroid.
Okay, well, slowly piecing the puzzle together here.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I kind of let you sit in the dark in that crate the whole time.
Yeah, does this thing have any showers, Captain? Because I pretty
Yeah, you
stink.
smell absolutely terrible.
Yeah, well, thank you.
We
That must
all
have been uncomfortable for the rest of you on that ride. That's
yeah, it marinated.
That's a hermetically sealed crate there.
Yeah, let's just say it was. Let's say I've ridden in better crates than this.
You're gonna want to sterilize that thing after.
Yeah, you guys could all probably use a trip to the fresher. They're down at the. You just pass down this hall here and continue on. Take your last right. Otherwise you'll run into into the center of the asteroid and the building stops. And there's a couple units down there. You can clean yourselves up.
Who runs this asteroid?
We're a rotating operation. I mean, you can only live here so long before, most people here, they come, they make some good money, and then they head back home where they can enjoy that money.
Got it. What was your name again? Piff McFly Spacely?
Piff McFly Swag.
Oh.
Or for you, Captain Swag.
Okay.
I like this guy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go wash up. I think Blaine is like, wait, why did I do this? And why did I sit all these hours in this crate? I could easily buy a Grodic freighter. So I think Blaine's gonna go. Also, can we?
I regret my life decision.
I immediately regret this decision. Also, can we send comm messages out, or is this a sealed environment?
No, there's no long range transmitter on the asteroid, you're not getting anything out of here. We don't want anybody to accidentally give away our location.
What you're saying is we're on the asteroid end of space.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
Did he just guess the name of this base?
No, that's not the name. It's not really. We don't really have an official name. It's just it's known to a few and visited by those that like to make their money without paying their taxes.
Jowkazza's
sounds like Lulu, right, Rusty?
Yeah, man, right.
Jowkazza's eyebrows kind of raise up a little bit when he says that.
The Captain Swag does not notice your eyebrows raising, as he just sees one giant menacing ball of fur and doesn't know where your eyebrows start and the rest of you begins.
All right,
well, I'm gonna get cleaned up.
So you said we need to go to the conference room?
Yeah, there's gonna be a I don't know, they asked me to kind of set it aside for you. That's all.
Did somebody tell you to send us to the conference room?
I was tossed a few credits to find a out of the way place where you could be reached.
For a few more credits, could you tell us who paid you to bring us here?
I like the cut of your rug, my friend. And I don't mean that as a joke against you being a Wookiee. Don't get me wrong. I got no problem with anybody, any species, any race, any gender. I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but I mean, you sound like a droid, to be honest with you. They didn't. I don't know who it was. They just. I was paid for my discretion.
All right. When you say honestly, you sound like a droid. My translator droid says in kind of a perky voice, "Oh, that's because I am a droid."
Oh my! I don't know who's in charge here. Absolutely fascinating. The people you meet. Well, enjoy. He's gonna walk. He just starts to kind of walk off. Actually, he's gonna go this way.
All right, he's zigging and zagging. I think I understand why Swag has a pep in his step.
he heads down this way.
All right. You know what? I honestly, I gotta shower. I gotta freshen up. I'm not gonna see anybody smelling like garbage.
All right. Easy enough. I mean, they're so I like if you're trying to think of any, at least when I was trying to think of like a what this would be like. This is like working on an oil rig, um, kind of a thing. Like they're out of the way, for a long period of time. They make a decent amount of money and then they go home, but they're a little bit they're less legal means of operation, right?
Yeah.
Kind of a waypoint.
All right. So, all right. I want to keep my eyes open because I think I mean we all have perception, and we can search for things, but I want to gather some information as I'm walking around. As I slowly walk to the showers, which are where, down here?
It's
Or-
these four the little bunk rooms here.
Okay, I'm gonna take the long route. I mean, I told everyone I'm gonna take this shower, but I'm gonna take a long, slow walk down and sort of peek my head around. I kind of want to. Well, I can't. It's doing the same thing that happens when I GM, where I can't control.
Yeah, I had to pull my own.
Well, then I'll delete Blaine and I'll delete Boda.
Oh, I liked when we had two Wookiees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do a slow walk around. I'm gonna take a look at what the consoles and monitors, and if I walk over past these folks, I'm gonna do a slow Minnesota wave, where it's just like one or two fingers.
So these guys are just sitting down in here eating, and kind of chatting back and forth with each other. This is like the kind of like cafeteria area within there as you walk through there.
Well, can I roll to see if I recognize any of them, maybe streetwise?
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to be fancy with my programmed rolls. That worked.
18, 22, 18.
Okay. Yeah, feel free to choose the first or last one, whatever. It doesn't matter because neither of them had a 6 on their special. So
The numbers are all made up and nothing matters. They're all, well, I guess one of them reaches very difficult. Let me take a look at that.
I'm just seeing if I recognize them from any bounties, any wanted ads. Do they have any tattoos? Any distinguishing features?
You vaguely recognize. Actually, let me roll again real quick. I know. See what I get here. Random number generator. All right. So, you vaguely recognize that Twi'lek there. Blaine's a Baron administrator, and he spent most of his time as a Baron administrator. He went to camp, but that was all right. I'm good on that. And he kind of, I mean, unless you want to tell me that, or anything else that Blaine's been doing in the meantime, you just recognize the face. You don't necessarily know why, but you do. You've seen that face before. You see, and it's like, maybe you look like somebody else I've seen. I don't know.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'm not gonna go talk to this Twi'lek while I smell like garbage. Does it look like there's any recognition in her eyes as I walk by and do my?
None at all. No.
Perfect. All right. And if Rusty's going to the shower too, does that smell of garbage follow us?
Oh yes, No, they all are just like, oh my gosh, like almost, and you just walk through their eating area. This I don't, what is he, an Iktachi, I want to say.
Yeah.
He actually gives you a dirty look that you would walk through the eating, the galley or the cafeteria space smelling like that because he nearly throws up his food.
On my planet, this is a delicacy. Don't judge.
And the captain kind of says, "Yeah, oh, you know what? They, I made him sit in the cargo transport the whole way." and the Itachi just says, "Yeah, this is why they call you Captain PMS, because you're problems for all of us."
All
Piff
right.
McFly swag, by the way.
Yep.
His initials are PMS, which is why they call him PMS.
All right, I'll let you two lovers figure out your quarrel. I'm going to take a shower.
This actually, the smell actually reminds Jowkazza of the schoolhouse back on his hometown, and he suddenly realizes why not too many people visit Casper.
That hometown was in the swamps of sadness, Kashyyyk.
Right. Jordan, you heard anything from Luke? I don't want to.
You know what? I haven't, so I think we just plow forward, and Luke is still sleeping in the crates. Maybe
Gotcha.
he passed out.
That's fine. Well, I just if he's coming, I didn't want to like give a full briefing again, and have him miss it, but it does kind of lead to why and what kind of disguises you might want to get. So I'm gonna roll into that as everybody after everybody takes a quick moment to shower off. You do still have to put back on your clothes. Like there's not a laundry service that you see right there. Well, actually, no. On your way, this little area right here, that's the laundry service. So you could wash your clothes, although you'd have to stand around naked for a period of time.
This is when the team really becomes a team. This is like who used to go to the Oakland A's games at the old Coliseum where you just had that pee trough.
Yep.
That's when boys became men.
The longest pee trough.
Can't I just like take their clothes over to the laundry while they,
They have to stand around naked, yeah, but you can. Yeah, no, Jowkazza can certainly. He could take a shower and smell fresh as a daisy as everybody else stands there waiting for their clothes to.
Yeah.
Jowkazza could deliver it to us.
Why don't we just do that? Why don't I mean, you guys can just chill in a private room or something, and I'll just go do the clothes.
Hey,
No
could
way.
we just
Jowkazza can walk around showing his junk around. I can, okay?
hey
around naked.
Let's all open up the doors, turn the heat all the way up, and it'll be like a sauna. And we'll be like a bunch of old men hanging out in a sauna.
Feels like a sauna in here.
Hey, wait, where's Jawa Jimmy? What's he doing? Showering?
Oh, Jimmy's. I just feel like he just be in the shower, just singing to himself. No one else knows what he's singing. Just singing a sweet lullaby.
So Jowkazza is washing everybody's laundry. Does Jowkazza see Jawa Jimmy, or do you kind of like slide the clothes out the door and not let him see what a Jawa looks like?
Oh, Jawa Jimmy is extra private.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to go the other way, and he was very not private.
Jawa Jimmy walks around the whole station naked.
I feel like he's the one who has like the double triple towel going on situation. No one can see what he looks like.
All right.
Jowkazza offers to help. Jowkazza offers to take the clothes, and Jawa Jimmy walks around the corner. Oh, I'll help. Who the heck are you?
I will say, though, as Jowkazza, I'm going to thank you for doing what you're about to do, but I also want to say, take special care because, any of our personal belongings, people are gonna try to, like, I don't know. I don't want anyone to get their hands on anything. So, I do appreciate you doing this and watching our stuff.
Dirty mitts. Where's the laundry? Did you say?
It's in the corner where everybody's kind of congregated at.
Okay. All right. I'm sitting here doing the laundry.
All right.
Hey, it's like you can money launder. You can clothing launder.
What skill tree is laundry in? Do I need to roll?
Yeah, there's actually a home economics skill.
Yeah. Do I need to roll to see how much detergent? Do I put bleach in the wrong?
It's a knowledge skill.
You have to roll your knowledge to know whether what to do, and then you have to roll your mechanical for how well you can actually operate this particular laundry machine.
This is why this mission's gonna take like 3 missions. What you do? We wash some clothes.
Yep.
It was so real.
This feels like right now if I'm doing laundry. That's what I was doing.
Life imitates art.
So, you guys are able to get everything laundered, and you're, Captain Swag. Yeah, it's right over this way. I already dropped off everything I want. Just a little hollow projector, nothing big there. And he kind of guides you in, and he closes the doors, and you guys are left in this room with a small little, hollow disc that comes up. You guys all moved over to that? Yeah.
Yep.
Let me think here. Well, yeah. Drew, I mentioned to everybody last time, Drew would recognize this mask. They saw this mask, or she saw this mask at the Bart Meteorite Towers at some point. Whether she remembers when specifically is not known, but she, without Laurel being able to roll, but she definitely saw this mask at some point there, and so this is kind of like that's weird. And that's kind of what comes up at first off the hollow projection, and then everybody ready for the brief? Now that you've spent two and a half missions getting to where I thought we'd be after one mission, I just over prepare and underestimate.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
We're ready.
All right.
We're smelling fresh to death.
First, let me congratulate. And if this is all, there's no it's almost like Siri reading off a response, right? You can't tell anything from a voice or anything like that. It's just a straight like a computer generated voice based off text. Let me congratulate you on your successful arrival at this briefing. Not that there was ever any doubt. We apologize for the inconvenience, but hopefully soon you'll understand the need for a change of venue for the full briefing. So, let me set the stage. Recently, Imperial cells have increased their activity on a galactic scale. Those planets still under their power have seen a return of authoritarian control at a level akin to the height of the Imperial power. Meanwhile, contested planets witness a reduction in New Republic military and logistic assistance as the government seems to pursue a path of peace by avoiding all war. And I'm gonna find these two. Not screw this up. And as they're talking, some images start to project. As a result, the Imperials have begun to strike further abroad, no longer encumbered by internal strife. Indeed, under a purged and unified Imperial government, they've sought to advance their technology and improve their elite units. And for those of you that went to camp, you would recognize this second image as one that was kind of brief to you after the group performed the mission on camp, it was reported that this woman, Admiral Dala, had killed all of her opposition within kind of the warring Imperial factions and unified them. And then the second set of images here, for reference, are the battle over Regimus. I was surprised to be able to find what looked like, at least, gold turbo laser fire coming from the Imperial ships specifically.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I was like, oh,
that's the cover to one of the X-Wing novels too. That's great. Yeah.
So for everybody that wasn't, I think, well, were you there, Chris?
Oh yeah.
Jimmy? Jawa Jimmy, were you there? I don't remember who
Jawa Jimmy definitely was, because that's when he rode Sparky around in the water.
Oh yeah,
so
and almost died.
And then he was like, "Hey, Jawa Jimmy, fix this thing," and then he got like electrocuted because the ship took heavy fire.
So yeah, I almost died.
The team had shown up on this planet, and I don't remember what. We showed up for a Starship Expo,
mm-hmm.
and then there was an Imperial attack all of a sudden, and we got into a fight, and then off in the distance, capital ships were fighting as well. We were fighting starfighters, and all of the Imperial ships, rather than their kind of standard red laser batteries, were firing. All their lasers were gold, and seemed to have kind of an increased effect, and that's what kind of the references to there. Complacency, cowardice, and corruption in the New Republic has allowed the rot of the Empire to continue to fester, and now it begins to spread. Of course, none of this is news to the esteemed Ambassador Boda Z, who's not here, and his team, or to one of the Outer Rim's greatest moguls and former rebel Blaine Hansom. After all, much of your lives have been dedicated to deposing and opposing the Empire. So what's the point? Recent chatter of Imperial operations indicates an increase in activities in technological research that stands to improve their ability and accelerate their timeline. New fuel alternatives and the improved laser technology seen in the battle over Regimus are just two such examples. Word of one such activity has come to our attention. Imperials seeking an improved tactical advantage plan to steal or eliminate potential New Republic intelligence from a secure facility. Your contract offer is for the retrieval of this asset and delivery to a third party that will ensure its protection, secrecy, and potential use against the Empire. And you guys, if you ever want to, feel free. I got 2 pages to read.
Wait. Say that last bit again, just to make sure I really understood it. We want to take an intelligence.
Is the retrieval of this intelligence asset and their delivery to a third party that will ensure its protection, secrecy, and potential use against the Empire. Why not notify the New Republic? Because there are indications that Imperials will not accept failure in this operation. If they try and aren't successful, they'll strike with a more persuasive force. And a contract offer has been made already. The group itself Nightshade knows almost nothing about it. We simply have rumors indicating a high likelihood of lethality. From all appearances, the location that you'll be sent, the Isle, is simply an upper crust retreat, somewhere that New Republic delegates are known to frequent on holiday. They enjoy the amenities and hold relaxed private political discussions off the record with rich and powerful from around the galaxy. But behind this mask, trying to do 2 things at once is hard for me. Behind this mask, the New Republic runs a advanced, move that to the right layer, there we go. Runs a advanced and sophisticated intelligence and security team that's rumored to include its own dedicated starfighter group. Just outside the resort proper is a somewhat secluded location known as Albee Isle. Your target is a permanent resident at the villa there. Former Grand Admiral Octavian Grant. That's showing up in front of everything or behind it?
You see him.
Okay. Well, that's why. Half my pictures didn't give me. Having surrendered to the New Republic in exchange for immunity from prosecution for himself and his men, he's held on the Isle with periodic release to appear as a New Republic delegate at designated state affairs. Mostly forgotten, Grant offered to lead New Republic forces against the Imperials during the crisis of Grand Admiral Thrawn. Though his request was denied, it was noticed by the Imperial intelligence. After concluding their own internal power struggle, it appears that the Empire intends to remove Grant and any intel he possesses in preparation for their next move. Now, one last thing. Well, there is a little bit other than that, but one other thing with regards to Grant. Recent intel recovered by Nightshade did uncover a key point for this mission. New Republic operative Jan Ors. Little's known about the operative aside from her status as an agent for a secret New Republic organization known as Alpha Blue. She's assigned to, among other things, keeping tabs on Grant. Though not known for certain, she may be a way to check on the recently returned Kyle Katarn, with whom she's known to be very close. Are there any questions on the overall... Not that one. Stupid clicking button. Any questions on the overall mission, I guess, or anything else you want to get into on it?
Oh, I got a couple.
Go nuts.
Does anybody want to go first?
Go for it.
Okay. Octavian Grant is cautious and pragmatic. Even if we were to be able to get to him, how could we convince him to come with us? Because we don't know, one, where we're taking him, and how can you protect him more than the entirety of the New Republic?
To answer the second question, the New Republic has shown little interest in protecting anything, particularly anything of value. To answer the first, Admiral Grant has already been contacted and agreed to the proposed plan for relocation. With regards to that,
is there any indication that Jan Ors knows someone's coming? Because we've just seen Kyle Katarn.
With regards to that, it has been Admiral Grant mentioned that even if he cannot be retrieved, he'll leave his goods in a what are these crates called? I guess they're just called crates. In his personal crate,
Space crates.
within his space crate within his quarters. If he cannot be retrieved, at the very least, he requests that his goods be delivered to the third party.
Okay, so this means that we would be, and you're not there's no affiliation with the New Republic, with what we're doing. This is not like Sector 7 or from Star Trek or a Cerberus mission from Mass Effect.
Nightshade holds no affiliation to the New Republic.
Has Nightshade ever?
Nightshade holds no affiliation to the New Republic. I mean, yeah, that I think that they would just repeat that, I guess.
Okay.
And then, and adding on to that, well, no, not we. I guess it'd be in an effort to, what is it, to like build trust. Nightshade has no intent to lie with regard to the matter. You know, like they're not basically like, I could lie to you and tell you that I never have had affiliation with the New Republic, but just Nightshade has no affiliation with the New Republic currently, as all they'll say that. So they may have in the past, or they did in the past, but they don't want to lie about it. Basically, is all they'll say there.
All right. Unleashing a Grand Admiral into the world for a couple of personal rewards is something that I think we're going to need to talk about as a group.
You're welcome to. As mentioned, it's known that the New Republic, or it's known that the Imperials, who already have their own task group assigned, have also extended a contract to a second group. It's this second group that has driven Nightshade's decision to offer this contract to your group in particular. And layer.
Guys, somebody finally got to Skids McDougal.
The organization known as the Collective is a ruling council of individuals, each the head of their own syndicate and responsible for its own operation and development under collective rules. The primary role of this group was to remain unknown. No survivors, contracting under pseudonyms, dumping cargo or destroying goods or their ships before capture, etc. They'd work for any client so long as it was top dollar. Until recently, there was a breach of protocol by the head of the consortium, which you were involved in. It created internal strife, and apparently, one party took the reins of the collective for themselves. It's unknown who the party is or why. It's unknown who the party is or why they took leadership, but this change caused major waves, and they've begun taking numerous contracts, especially from the Imperials, and with an increase in violence and in the search for what would it be? They don't know if it's force for goods associated with force users, or with the supernatural.
Do we know?
Because of the involvement of this organization, and your recent experience with them, and success against them, Nightshade has decided to contract you for this mission.
Do we know anything about the rival Imperial team?
Nightshade does not have any intel on any intel beyond an Imperial team being dispatched. I'm trying to think how people say things officially. Jimmy,
if I were to call this mission, I would call it Splinter Cell.
asking if I have a question.
I mean, feel free. You guys, and Rusty, everybody's been quiet. I know that there was a lot of like me saying stuff to kind of set in what they're presenting. So there's nothing that the mission briefing has to add. It's all time for questions and answers, I suppose.
Give me 1 second. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Hey,
I only have one question. What does a space ranger actually do?
That's a pretty good point.
Nightshade does not have intelligence with regards to space rangers, nor have any been encountered. I mean, it doesn't even have to be about the mission. If it's even, you could even ask questions about kind of things that preceded this, if you want.
Yeah, I think Blaine could probably explain a little bit because Jimmy, Rusty, and Jowkazza weren't a part of when we met the collective. And the collective was a group of different, like, focused criminal organizations that specialized in different aspects of, I guess, crime. And Katira had worked for them, and their leader was Miles Malum, and he had a fascination with pre-Empire relics. Katira eventually killed him in a mission that I guess left the collective without leadership. So it seems they've reemerged with a new leader here.
And they're as ridiculous as possible. So, well, at least in some aspects. Like, that's their piracy group, the Corsair Court. They look like pirates. So they run piracy, slicing, bounty hunting, and smuggling. And the consortium was a slaving operation.
What does the black hole do? Sorry, I know you're going through the names. Like, what does the black hole do? I may have missed that. I'm sorry.
They're a slicing group. They're kind of they're like anonymous.
Got it. And I'm assuming the contraband is someone who smuggles stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's the one in the middle? I can't read that very well.
Recompense. They're the bounty hunters. Recompense.
Okay, thank you.
So I think the thing here, though, is remember when we were all going to bust Boda out of jail? One of the options we had was to bust this guy out and see if he would lead an attack against the 2 Star Destroyers. Do you guys remember that?
I remember it.
Yeah, this is the one where we barely escaped, right?
Yeah, we ended up like arguing about it for like a whole mission, and then we couldn't decide on it. And then the next mission we said, well, we'll just scout, and then we're like, F it, we're just gonna do it ourselves.
Yeah, well, just browsing. Yeah, go around this area, just perusing the this prison ship.
Yeah, it was the crypt in Bespin's Annuit sector. There's 2 Star Destroyers there. Octavian Grant was never the most popular Grand Admiral. Never politically savvy. Came from the Tapani sector. He's the last of all the Grand Admirals after Thrawn. And Katira, Blaine, Boda, Tech. Genos? No. Zuda Zorbo all met him aboard the Republica during like this grand diplomatic tour where they took all the highest and like a couple of like token dignitaries from different species around the galaxy saying, "Hey, this is the New Republic." There was like a Hutt dignitary that turned out to be bad. Octavian Grant apparently was there on a short leash, and a couple of others that we all met. Yeah, so I think the concern here is, one, we'd be working against the New Republic, and if we got into a firefight, we'd be fighting some New Republic folks potentially, and then two, if we're freeing this Grand Admiral, they're assuring that he'd be used against the Empire, and it seems like maybe he would be against the Empire. We're not sure. It's worrisome to let someone of that clout and experience loose in the galaxy.
I was thinking for a Grotic freighter.
For a Grotic, yeah. It's like for, what was that Clint Eastwood movie? For a few dollars more. I'll release this Grand Admiral. I mean, I guess we could always betray Nightshade later. Blaine thinks to himself. And not out loud.
We could be
not out loud on the comm with Nightshade.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the team, we're going to need to think about it. And we're going to need to...
I feel like, Blaine, you probably have the most to lose. You have the most ties to the New Republic, yeah?
Yeah, but...
From a status.
You're also doing the entire Cloud City taxes next season.
I mean, if we get caught, can't we spin it and say that we were just trying to catch this underground world? I don't know, just make something up like we always do.
Just lie. Yeah.
Lie.
It's all good until you get caught.
Here's the thing. So, I want to ask Nightshade so how do we make the exchange? So, if we are able to get to the asset, and if provided there's some way off the planet, or we have to figure our way out the planet, how do we make this exchange for the things that were promised to us, and then this asset?
First, to assuage some of your concerns, the third party will be known to... You will encounter and directly trade with, I guess. I don't know what the right word there. The third party at completion of the mission. And if you don't believe that they intend to protect and utilize Grant against the Empire, you're welcome to cancel the contract and return him to the New Republic. Or hide him away on your own. And what was the second part? Or was the main part there?
Where would we meet this person?
The meet location for delivery is remote space. So not within any trade routes or kind of hyperspace routes, just in, you're in a giant galaxy, right? Not everything is planets and stars. So it's a empty space kind of between everything, agreed upon beforehand.
All right. All right. I mean, I won't kill any innocent New Republic people unless they're truly horrible people. So
Um, to be clear, the intent is not to engage in conflict with the New Republic,
hey,
but to
I
prevent
agree.
the operation of Imperials and their contracted or third parties. With that in mind, the reason you've been brought to Waypoint is because it does provide
Waypoint, eh?
a certain what is it? Not clientele, but a certain list of goods, specifically those that might be useful were you to want to sneak your way through the New Republic. Um, Nightshade has no desire for any contracted party to be what's the word there? Exposed or kind of known to the New Republic. The intent is for you to complete the mission and the New Republic to not know who you are, and ideally, and there are possible bonuses if instead the New Republic believes that the collective has had a hand in the disappearance of Admiral Grant.
All right.
I had to go pee.
Okay. Gives us some time to talk. All right. So we think David's gone, or was that a ploy to listen in? Well, actually, I'm recording this, so he's gonna hear everything regardless.
We need to be on a private channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, I mean, honestly, I think so. This is something we almost did to get him to help us to do something. I think out of all of the Imperials, he is. So the thing is, he is still a huge celebrity in the Tapani sector where he's from, which is a sort of like separate but also part of the Galaxy group where they have kind of their old customs. It's kind of like being from like Cornwall or like Maine or something, where they're sort of their own deal in sort of some of their lingo and stuff, but and traditions, but um, you know they are still part of the larger galaxy, and he's a celebrity there. Like even if the people in the Empire didn't really like him, like I think what will probably happen is we will, if we free him, turn him over, they'll probably bring him back to the Tapani sector, where he's a hero, and he will probably take control of the Tapani sector fleet. Like I think that's probably the goal here. The whole Tapani sector was part of a West End Games like campaign setting that they worked in with this character who is a real like expanded universe character that you can find on Wikipedia or Wikipedia. If that's not the goal, I think I would forget whatever rewards were promised and still bring him to the Tapani sector. The only problem that could probably cause to the New Republic long term is the sector would want to become maybe more independent. But you would have a strong leader with a military like mind sort of leading that group who is also pragmatic and not shown to rush into things. So
Um, I would also add that for so not Jowkazza, because I don't think you would join the group yet, but for Rusty and Jimmy, um, when the plan was suggested to free Octavian Grant before, it was pointed out that he was not he hadn't like been considered historically like this ruthless Grand Admiral that just murdered indiscriminately. He seemed, like Jordan said, more pragmatic and more and less evil than the rest of the Empire. But he was a Grand Admiral.
I mean, he also was very xenophobic. So Rusty and Callan, or Rusty and Jowkazza.
And Jimmy and Drew
and Jimmy, and so everyone, let me do the talking. Hey, so we're all doing that liquid flesh, right? It'll be a lot like that movie White Chicks with the Wayans brothers.
So this is I linked it before, but this is the equipment that would be available as far as disguise stuff. You guys can look. There's other, sellers within this asteroid waypoint. So there's like we can roll for other rarity if you guys want to shop for anything else. But this is the kind of disguise and hiding, I don't know, sneak and stealth kind of equipment that would be for sale. Some of which is really good, some of which is easier to find elsewhere.
I mean, since we're here, we probably need it immediately. I think I'm gonna order a couple of things right away. I think I'm gonna get the code slicer, the security kit, and the voice scrambler, which is a total of 8,200 credits.
Oh, in addition,
is there a surcharge? Okay.
Sorry, just another thing added on because I forgot that I was going to mention this when I brought up the equipment. If anything purchased on Waypoint will be there's an open offer from Nightshade to purchase any equipment bought on Wayside back from the operative, if it can be, right? So some stuff's a consumable. You use a retinal contact and it's single use. I can't buy that back from you, right? But anything that can be used that you don't want, you can sell back to Nightshade for a 50% price hike on what you bought it for. So if you buy something for 4,000 credits, Nightshade will buy it from you for 6,000 if you want, and that it's completely an offer. Because I know some of you.
Great. So what's that like $1 million thing on here? $600,000.
Is there something for? I don't know if there is.
Sure is.
22,000. Oh yeah, there is.
680,000.
Yeah.
The master coder chip. That one, I think that I wrote in that we'd have to roll to see the value of that one. Because it's very broad. Yeah, +1 to +4D on security. 12.
So maybe I didn't understand this right, but are you saying that we're getting a 50% return on our credits just for buying this stuff?
No.
This for a while?
Yeah. Yes. So if you buy something for 4,000 and you don't want it at the end of the mission, you can sell it back for 6,000. So you end up with 2,000 extra credits.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Explain that well.
So if I'm looking for people to impersonate, because I definitely don't want to go down there as Blaine to this New Republic pleasure planet, can we do like rolls to see there's people that we've met in RPG or that exist in the expanded universe that I don't know, either it's not documented what they're doing now. Can we roll to see like where they're at right now, if it would make sense for us to impersonate them?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, you probably know off the top of your head better than me how you would roll to determine that,
Let's look on my Spacebook account.
right?
Yeah. This person got married. I don't recognize this last name.
Ugh, doesn't look like hell.
All right, I want to look up Dominic Rayner. Dominic Rayner was the Baron Administrator who ran Cloud City before Lando Calrissian. I feel like I could easily stand in for him due to his knowledge of Cloud City, but he also controlled the wheel, and he also ran the Intergalactic Banking Clan for a while. However, there's no details of what happened to him after he lost Cloud City to Lando. But if he was working in any capacity with the New Republic, he sort of seems like maybe an even more important person than Blaine. That I think Blaine is that also may act as Blaine, like similar vibes. I don't know. Just make up a number with what you think he would be doing, or I don't know. We'll just roll for it.
How do you spell his name?
Here. I've been trying not to do things in my Roll20 area, so I'm going to just put him in Discord.
All right.
There we go.
I saw the off-topic one and I was like, "Who is this?" Oh, this is Callan's Jawa with a tuxedo.
That's pretty amazing. Wait, did you just Photoshop that? Because that's definitely Jawa Jimmy's. Is he the ring bearer in a wedding?
Best. Nothing but the best.
What's up, little kid tuxedo?
Little kid tuxedo. That should be your. Hey guys, I'm gonna start coming with code names for all of us. And Jawa Jimmy's this little kid tuxedo.
I needed something that would reference the scale size, so I found those stairs.
All right, when we're on this aisle, we're gonna need code names. So little kid tuxedo. Okay.
So, this guy's not a kind of a straight shooter.
But who knows what he's been doing in the last
I'm just thinking
11
like as
years,
far as
12 years?
as far as the Republic's concerned, right? Like the rebellion would look at somebody like this and kind of have a profile on somebody that ran like the banking clan and, their own private floating city. And I would say that there's probably like I don't know, unless the New Republic's really corrupt, which maybe they are, that I would guess that there'd be like a 5% chance that they would even, that they'd think that this guy turned his life around. So
hey, they have a Grand Admiral surrendered to them, and they're using him. Who knows? Who knows what he's been doing in the last 11 years?
Yeah, but they're keeping him under guard constantly. I don't know.
But what if this guy? I don't know. What if he decided to start investing in New Republic stuff? This is what I'm saying.
All right,
there's a black area where we don't know what happened to him afterwards. So maybe he started investing in the New Republic. I have no idea.
I mean, the more you talk, the more numbers on a D20 get added to the potential that he's working with the New Republic. Because I can see it.
Who knows? He backs bets. He's a gambler.
Yeah.
He's addicted.
Yeah. He's an authoritarian ruler of Cloud City, right? Lobot thinks he was the worst Baron Administrator they ever had to work for.
But then he worked for Zorba the Hutt, which was absolutely the worst.
Let's go with a D20 and a 1, 2, or 3 then he works with the New Republic.
All right.
1, he works closely with the New Republic.
All right, guys. This is my cover. I'll come up with somebody else afterward if it doesn't work.
Low odds that this guy would work closely with. Like 5%. I think 5% is fair.
Sure.
Why not? Donald Trump was our president for a while. You know,
Which-
some people think he still is.
Which is insane because you watch any '80s movie and it's always a Donald Trump analog is the bad person. You watch any movie. The favorite part was I was watching Gremlins 2 and they're like, "Is the bad guy supposed to be Donald Trump?" And I was watching it with my mom. I was like, "Yeah." Except
Basically,
he's better.
Back to the Future too. Same thing.
Yeah, Biff
There's no
Towers.
Yeah, he was totally well after Trump.
It's crazy.
That was
Home
literally a
Alone.
Trump knockoff. Oh yeah,
Home
Home Alone.
Trump's a nice guy.
Oh,
That was the only one. He was a nice guy, right? That and Derek Zoolander, very beginning of the cameo.
oh god.
Derek's the greatest guy, just the best.
All right, roll that d20. Let's see. I can come up with.
Oh, I'm
other-
rolling it.
Yeah. Oh, I can roll it.
You can if you want. I thought you were rolling it because this is who you wanted to be.
Nope. All right. I'll come with somebody else.
So he does not work with the New Republic. He's probably tried to kind of take his money towards not the underground, but like the criminal world. He's
All right. Let me think of other.
without being too high. He's not like widely known throughout the New Republic, but there's certainly people in certain circles that know who he was, and I don't think that New Republic intelligence is tracking him. Just that if you roll too high, New Republic intelligence is really interested in this guy, right?
Yeah, this
Right in
guy's
the
gonna
middle.
bring me some heat. All right. Let me think of somebody else. Someone else go. I'm gonna take a quick second to think about this.
Uh-oh. Don't do it, Jay. Washington, D.C. time. He's out. He's shagging his taxes. Rusty, who did you want to be?
I'm gonna be Sandra Britches.
Sandra Britches?
As the-
Sandra Britches?
Yeah.
Does she speak? Is she really loud? Constantly? Whenever.
Don't blow my cover, man. Come on.
I just want to play Rusty with a gravelly high pitch.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
any ideas? I mean, and so the other thing is, you can, if you want to buy anything on there, you can tell me, and if there's any equipment that you're like, hey, I want to look for this, that, or the other thing, because you guys brought some stuff with you, but now knowing that you're more sneaking around somewhere, there might be some other stuff that you want.
Yeah, Jawa Jimmy answers a question. Like, this is not a character, I guess. What is, like, Jawa Jimmy has decent stealth. He's also smaller than the other characters. He has a giant robot with him. That's not sneaky at all. If we are going stealth, I don't think it would be able to bring an astromech that has arms and legs as big.
Not without modding him. I would say that in this kind of back corner area here, they sell
It's blue screen.
they'll modify droids so they could undo the physical mods to Sparky.
When I had it.
You'd be allowed to keep the parts, and they'll even because they're charging so much, basically they'll say, yeah, we'll send it back for free, but really you're paying a lot extra for anything you get from them. But they'll send back Sparky's parts to Cloud City, and you would be able to kind of refit him on Cloud City. You just have to pay for the install. And so they can make him look like a regular astromech again.
Would he
Really
still be
great.
allowed the armor? his ridiculous armor that makes him makes it a little more, I guess, resilient compared to normal astromech. I guess maybe my question is like, how much can we downgrade him without also making him completely useless?
Well, the big thing on Sparky is that you installed arms and legs on him, right?
Yeah, and armor, and also
roll a d20 for me. I like the percentages on a d6. Always feels like you roll a 1. It's so easy. It's 1 and 6, right? A d20 feels a little bit more fair, like less likely that you're gonna get something bad. So go ahead and roll a d20. Okay, so
14.
they look him over. The armor doesn't really like stand out. He still looks like an astromech body, maybe a little bit huskier at some places. Like. No, I think we could. I think we could get a paint job on this guy. Yeah, make him look all right for you. Get some flames on the side too.
Jawa Jimmy's one eye. He looks up with like flames. Really?
Do you roll an intimidation, which is, I think, a knowledge skill.
What is this intimidation? Oh my god, I'm sure it's not great.
3D, I think, for Jimmy, because it's just base knowledge.
All right, 3D it is. Let's roll that 3D.
You're a small guy.
13.
So he recognize he's not intimidated, but he knows that you're unhappy with the comment, right? He's like, I mean, maybe just standard astromech blue. How about that? Standard astromech blue. You want that?
Sure.
Yeah, blue flames. Blue flames.
Quiet, Rusty. You're gonna give him away. The whole point is to be discreet. Flames are the opposite of discreet.
I don't know.
Joe and Jimmy looks over at his giant gloves that are glowing in pink.
Oh, I gotta get those repaired.
Oh, you do need to get this repaired.
Can I do that?
I'm gonna just because you're already paying for a whole bunch of stuff. You can always try to repair your own equipment, or have any of your friends or enemies. Well, probably not your enemies, but you could always have your friends or yourself repair your equipment. And you've got a little bit of time here.
What would be repair, actually? Is that a technical or is that mechanical?
Armor repair is a technical skill, or weapon repair. They're all technical.
Jawa Jimmy.
I mean, I can roll for it. I just hope I don't roll a 1, so I don't damage things further. I can certainly give it a shot, though.
I feel like you could do it, and it's going to be cheaper than having to pay for it on this ship, because there's got to be someone who's got high tech. Like someone could repair it on this.
Yeah. Also, what was the cost to get me good old astromech downgraded or converted to disguise? What was that going to cost in credits?
I don't know where, Jordan, if you're listening, or where I don't even know where you found like legs and arms and blaster arms and stuff for Sparky. So
yeah, that was the black market, right?
I found a droid modification table that was adapted from the D20 system, and then I just whatever he wanted to do, I just used that. I could find it. What is the cost that we're looking for?
I'm trying to figure out how much it costs to modify him into a monster. And
you mean
into
a god,
right? Or just like I'm like looking at droid equipment. Like I don't have digging claws. I'm trying to find like even just like like how much does it cost to put in like treads on a. This is one thing I hadn't thought about. I thought about a lot of random things, but I didn't think about Sparky until I started mentioning Sparky myself.
Yeah, let me see if I can find the droid modification. Yeah, it was super interesting because it was like this whole thing about how droids, like what it cost based on what the droid was made for, because there's like first, second, third, fourth, fifth degree droids where they're all
Yeah.
programmed to different things. So
Oh yeah.
that's
No,
why it was so expensive to modify Sparky, because he was not made to be like a walking.
and I have seen that. Um,
Let me see if I can find it. I'll pull it up. It
Sounds-
did cost a lot of money to convert it, but I mean, I feel like you could almost unplug most of those and plug in the other feet.
right.
Yeah,
Well, and
that's
that's
what I
kind
was
of what I
thinking
was
too.
saying. Like, I think that this might be it. The Scavenger's Guide to Droids, which is a conversion.
Mm,
Um,
that was where I got some of the things that we put onto him, but it wasn't. It wasn't where we did the droid. It was like
to turn him into a death machine equipment.
Sparks. It
Um,
was something like that. Oh, here it is. Customizing droid Sparks. Here we go.
and so assuming that that's not like on this D6 conversion that I'm on, it looks like a normal like magnetic feet is like 185. I'm trying to see if there's anything else on here.
Or 1,000.
185 credits.
So
Like
yeah, I think
that's
that
like
the main thing is that okay. So I found the conversion thing, but it's like really long. I honestly think like if you unplugged everything and then plugged in the other feet, and you bought the feet for him, he has the skill where part of it was you had to pay like a
you had
lot
to
of
pay for a
money,
software update
yeah,
basically.
for software, and he already knows how to do everything. So if you give him back his wheels and legs and uninstall it, I don't think it's that much. Like,
Yeah.
it's not crazy expensive. Oh, here it is. Here's how much it costs for wheels and legs.
Just in case you were wondering.
So it costs 1,200 credits for 2 wheels and leg and the middle leg. Maybe Sparky kept that middle leg. I don't know, unless he wants to pop it out and get weird.
Exactly.
He probably would. So
He definitely would.
all right, so it costs 600 credits, and then also maintenance work on it is 25%.
45% is 600.
Yeah.
100.
But then you just whatever the maintenance would be to pull the other things out temporarily.
I'll tell you what, 1,600 credits. I put some standard astromech legs on there. You get the astromech blue, and I'll even ship your stuff back to wherever you live.
With a bargain like that, I guess I really can't argue. Actually, I do have bargaining, don't I? Does
You
Jawa
Yeah.
Jimmy?
have, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let me go haggle this. I gotta have some fun here. I haven't done this in a while. Let's go haggle. Jawa Jimmy's gonna be like, I think you can do better.
Okay, Charlton Heston. I think you can. I bring you
This
this
I like
droid.
I like that Jawa Jimmy's already getting into the character that he wants to be.
Oh,
he's
absolutely.
he's the Clint Eastwood of the group now. Go ahead and roll your bargain.
I think it's 3d6 plus 1, I think.
I'm just pulling a standard merchant.
I don't think I have a... Yeah, that's it.
13.
Not so great for Jimmy.
So when you enter a bargaining, whomever wins, you just have to pay. So
Okay, I'll pay. That's it.
So it's 1,600 credits.
So, like I said, 1,600 credits.
well, why didn't you say it like that?
Yeah, like you said, 1,600 credits. And I put the flames on them. Blue flames. Got it. Blue flames.
I just picture like him with like a fidget spinner. This guy who's doing talking the entire time.
So and I'm gonna say because he won the bargain, he says he's putting the blue flames on him. And when you get Sparky back, he's got his astromech, rolling around legs. But he has like it's not fully noticeable, but then as you kind of take a closer look, like kind of detailed in, like just it almost looks a little bit hazy until you get a close look at him, and where there's normal like blue striping, you can see that it's kind of been detailed out at places, and there's just little licks of flame coming off into the silver area of
Jawa Jimmy's gonna look back and be like, "Damn it, does look good." He'll look back at the guy and it's like, "Damn it, you were right." Goes right back and walking. Not even mad. I'm just impressed.
Anybody else? Anything you want to buy or do? They, you can kind of buy. You can look for whatever. Here, obviously that equipment's there. If everybody's like, I want to wait until next week. I guess we got no Jay, no Luke. But if everybody's like, I want to wait till next week or you want to send me a list throughout the week, that'd work too. If nobody wants to go through meeting all the merchants.
I mean, I got a shopping list. I'm ready.
Do it.
Real quick for you guys, roll I guess this would be a knowledge.
Don't got that, so I'm not rolling.
Everybody's got knowledge.
Base knowledge.
That's an attribute.
Oh, damn it.
Whole lot of 10.
10, Jowkazza.
Hey, I got an 8.
Roll.
Base knowledge, baby.
Where's Rusty? Rusty, your knowledge is 2D plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Roll 2 6s. Do it.
I said do it.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Good
Not
enough.
bad though.
I'm learning.
Nope. It's just a check. Nothing.
Uh-oh.
All right. What's your shopping list, Rusty?
I'd like to just go full gambit here, like the surveillance detector, the if I'm gonna do a master code chip, no, that just sounds like a bad idea. A security kit, definitely the bubble generator. So it basically like silences me when I'm walking around, right?
You want the security chip, the the bubble generator,
The detector, the surveillance detector. I think that'd be really good for us. A security kit, just because I feel like Rusty needs one. The bubble generator, and I guess the smoke generator. It's only 80 credits.
Yeah. So the silence bubble
Oh, I had so many hangers that I couldn't move the
makes it so it's more of a at least the way that I read it, it's more of a like a electronic jam, I guess, like a white noise in your area. So you guys still, for everybody walking around, it sounds normal, but any kind of surveillance equipment, like if you had a camera recording the area, it wouldn't pick up anything off of you as far as audio is concerned.
That goes well with the surveillance detector. Cool.
Yeah. And then what was the last one? The voice scrambler or the smoke generator? Voice
No,
scrambler?
smoke generator. Let's go smoke generator.
Smoke generator. All right.
Rusty's convinced that he can get by with his voice.
Do you want to bargain for any of the prices on there?
What do I have to do to bargain? It's intimidate.
Bargain's I think it's perception.
You could intimidate.
Damn it, man. No, I want to be friends with everyone. Yeah, I'll do perception. I'll bargain. So what's the total cost?
For all of those, let me think, security, surveillance, security, silence, and smoke. So 80, 6,080, security. Actually, both are available for the security kit. Because I rolled separately for both of them. They're both there, which is why I left them both listed. So you could either buy the 1,500 credits or 3,000 credits. It's up to you.
For the kit?
Yeah, the security kit.
Go the 3,000.
All right. So 9,080, and do you want the what's it called? I assume that you want the well, you've got the silence bubble generator. The surveillance detector for 900 credits will let you know if there's surveillance equipment running at a skill of 5D, and but for 1250 it'll let you know, and it will block all area around you within 10 meters with a sonic disturbance.
Isn't that kind of what the...
It's similar to the silence bubble generator.
What do you like better, smoke generator or sonic disturbance? Rusty, that could be your code name.
Smoke.
Hey, you've had a bunch of chili dogs. I get it. Smoke generator.
Rusty Smoke. Yeah, I'm kind of confused between the two. I was ready to get both, but it's
I'm like reading it. I'm like,
selling me is like trying to talk me out of buying it. I want to let you know that this thing does the same thing.
No. No, so the bubble generator, it's kind of like having double medical insurance. The bubble generator would let you know if it can't fail, but it'll let you know if the sensor has picked up that you are blocking audio. There's kind of a benefit to that, I guess.
If no one else is buying the stuff, I'm buying it.
So it is a total of 10,330 credits.
Oh man, okay, cut me a deal, man. You know this stuff's used. Come on.
I'm trying to think of a voice I haven't used before.
No, sir. This is all top of the line gear. I insist to you that you will have a difficult time finding a Mastercraft security chip anywhere else within at least 12 parsecs.
Okay, but I'm getting like all the top of the line gear, man. You notice how I didn't go cheap on all of this stuff? I got all the upgrades. Come on, throw me in something. Little, something for the effort.
Something for the children.
Roll a d10 for me.
Wait. Are you getting a security chip or a security kit?
A security kit.
Okay, cool. I hope he has more than one.
I mean,
I'll tell you what. If you'll pay the 10,330, I'll toss in a standard Oclop security SVC 700 voice scrambler for 600 credits. So it'll be a total of we'll call it 11,000 even.
So he's giving you a discount on the last item. It's not something you wanted to buy.
Damn.
And just in case you missed the math there, he said he'd sell it to you for 600, and then he marked it up further to round up to 11,000.
Yeah.
He sounds like a nerd, and he's doing some
Which is-
nerd deals. Come on,
which is-
Rusty. As a jock, nerds are your natural enemy.
Hey man, I'm giving you 10,000 even. You get me?
I agree that you'll have to give me at least 10,000 even, but if 10,000 even is is all that you're willing to offer, I will I can give you the standard security kit, and rather than the Mastercraft, and I'll throw in the voice scrambler for free and 10,000 even out the door.
You know, I don't know if you heard my beautiful voice, but I don't need no voice scrambler, okay? I've been on missions before. You're getting me the surveillance detector, 12 hundo. You're giving me the security kit for 3. I'm getting the bubble gum generator for 6. And you're gonna throw in that smoke generator. You get me, man? 10.
Yeah, I completely understand, but we come to Waypoint to make a small profit, while simultaneously keeping you from having to register goods that may not be seen so kindly by the New Republic.
All right, man. I don't need to buy any of this stuff. Okay? So why don't you just take my 10?
I don't mean to offend. I'm fully willing to sell you the goods for 10,000, but I simply cannot part with a Mastercraft security chip for that low of a cost. If you'll give me 10,200, call it. I think we can settle on that.
Kill him. Just kidding.
Actually, roll your intimidation, Rusty.
What's intimidation?
It's a knowledge skill.
I got streetwise.
I mean, if you want to roll streetwise, you'll recognize that these prices are higher than you would find most elsewhere.
Yeah, that's
But
what
where would
that's
you
what I'm
find
thinking.
them elsewhere? So
They're not common items at all. Yeah.
Okay, so rolling street.
Classic Rusty rolling in the street.
That'll let you know whether or not they're expensive, but you still have to roll your intimidation if you want to
I'll go.
make this guy feel like he should be worried about you.
Okay, I'm going street first. Then you got
Always go
11 there.
street first.
What's intimidation roll against? A perception, your base perception, Jordan?
Oh, it's
Remember, I can look it up.
Okay, I rolled 11 for my streetwise. You like how I get that 6 and a 1? Kind of
Doubled
like
up.
cancels itself.
willpower. Willpower, which is knowledge.
Okay. Even with an 11, you know that these prices are higher than normal.
These prices are poodoo. You know it, man. Why are you marking up stuff in space anyway, man? We in a rock.
Oh, I thought you were like, we're gonna rock. You hold me back from rocking, man.
All right, I'll roll my intimidation.
Let's see if I can remember how to intimidate. Bam.
Damn it! With
If you had those hoof hands.
Oh well. Wait? We said NPCs don't get any special die, do they?
Right.
is not used to this lack of control with the special die.
gives you a once over.
Give him a big tusky smile.
I clean these bad boys myself.
10,000.
Yep, sounds good to me. Deal.
And there's just the items you ordered. Nothing, none of the, I mean, especially after you saying, "Have you heard my silky smooth voice?" He doesn't give you the voice scrambler.
Nope, didn't need it. Didn't want it.
Oh. Sandy O'Hooves really it's got a deep husky voice.
Okay, I mean, if he had the special, he might have. Let me see what he would. What would be his extra? Because you're already asking a price that's really not that far off. Oh, it would have been one, and it still wouldn't have cared, even if he had gotten the special. He is a bit kind of ruffled after that, and he kind of he walks off, and a new shopkeep comes in behind him. He kind of walks off and talks to somebody, and then a new guy takes the counter behind him.
Oh, damn it. Well, I gotta get my code slicer, my security kit, and my voice scrambler, please. Also, I would really like a clue horn.
Code slicer. So 4,000 security kit. Yeah, you want that Mastercraft?
Yep.
I don't understand. I'm sorry, I gotta cut in. I don't understand because that guy's making me feel bad because he's overcharging me. But now he feels bad, and now I feel bad because he feels bad. It's just not right. Come on. Sorry, just had to get that off my chest.
Hey, yo, man, you get your stuff?
Can I get it in a bag?
Nah, man, you can't get in the back. You here buying? Because this man dropping some serious cash here. You here buying? Yeah, all right, now get out. And he points you towards the closest door.
Paid customer. That's fine.
I don't. Sorry. But Jordan, what'd you want? You wanted voice scrambler, security
Code
kit,
slicer, security kit, a voice scrambler, and a clue horn.
and a clue horn.
Yeah.
Let me see real quick because I actually added this to our equipment, so I can find this.
I'm just picturing Drew watching us and just shaking her head no.
Or just sometimes I imagine her just horrified.
Yeah, you guys have no people skills.
What? Why?
Go ahead and roll 1d6 to see if they got a clue horn here.
Well, spoiler alert, I'm just gonna keep making up Star Wars instruments till there is one.
Hey, made a clue.
My new thing is all right. Do
Go
they have
ahead.
a clue horn?
Well, let me see here.
And how good is it? I will judge that clue horn's value using my value skill.
And let me double check what did I put for cost of musical instruments here. Some of them are more rare.
Stratahuvius?
I tell you what, I sell you this clue horn for a slick thou.
This is a
You
clue.
give me.
All right, I'm gonna roll my value
Go ahead.
because I 25,
I guess,
almost heroic. I may never have seen a clue horn in real life aside from the time that we met Figure and Dan. And my friend Katira shoved him outside.
So a clue horn is normally worth about $750, And so this is a bit high, but you're probably not going to find another clue horn around here. And this clue horn is in bad shape. It is beat up.
You son of a bitch. You try to sell me a dirty, nasty clue horn for $750. Do you have any instruments back there that are halfway decent? Otherwise, you're gonna have to lower the price, like imaginably, because it is crazy.
You're just gonna kick
It's 4,000 plus. You want security?
You know what?
That's 7, and the voice scrambler was 82. So your normal number is 82. Go ahead and roll a. I don't know, what is this. This is I guess this is an intimidation on this guy.
I'm just spitting the truth. I know how much this is worth. Yeah, I could. I guess I could roll intimidation. I guess I could roll persuasion, persuading him to be like, this is garbage. Should roll. What do you want me to roll?
I mean, whatever one if you.
I'm gonna do persuasion.
I got the feel that you were kind of threatening him, but if you feel like, no, I'm just trying to say like this isn't worth that much.
Try and persuade him that, hey, I know what I'm talking about. This is you know, this is a garbage instrument. I know. I mean, this is in really rough shape, but I know what I'm talking about. Look at this. Number 1 reed is off. Come on.
Hey, look, man, that's my clue horn. Why you gotta be talking like that, huh?
Well, you should apologize to your mother for treating your clue horn like garbage.
Look, I come out to Waypoint and make a little extra on the side, all right? And I play it in my spare time. I give it to you for a clean thou, but I ain't gonna have nothing to play when I give you that, brother.
Oh, I feel like you're gonna have something to play with after I take it. But the thing is, I can't imagine you've treated this like garbage. If this isn't your clue horn that you've had since childhood, give it to somebody that knows what they're doing. Look at this.
Roll your bargain twice.
All right.
And take the higher for saying that you think he's gonna have something to play with after you take it.
All right. Here's one. Oh, I'll take that 20, please.
Look, all right, but look, man. I gotta buy another clue horn when I get back home, right? And them things cost $500 at least. So I tell you what, I sell it to you for $600. You $600 on top of the 83 you want to spend, and call it 8,900, and we good, fam.
All right, I will do this.
Hey, Blaine, man, why are you buying a musical instrument anyway, man? Like, what the?
All right. This is my new plan, guys. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be a musician. I just need to figure out who's. Oh, come on, it's gonna be good. Jawa Jimmy, I need your tiny little fingers to fix this, please, and I will pay you for it. Your musical instrument repair is 40 plus 2 right off the bat.
It's mechanical or is it technical?
It's technical, which is 40 plus 2, right?
It's the same thing here.
This is why Jawa Jimmy is like, I can fly anything, I can fix anything, but nobody uses my talents.
For anything good, except for fixing random junk.
Whoa. I didn't say fix it here in this alley.
16. Not terrible. It's okay. It's respectable.
It's a clue horn. You can fix it for a 60. So you get it. So it was at about I would say like a 3 out of 10 on quality. You bring it up to like an 8.5. It's in good shape now. It's not pristine, but it looks like like a musician might travel with this thing.
Oh, now I feel halfway tempted to just turn around and try to sell it back to this guy. But you know what, Jawa Jimmy? Here is, I don't know, 500 credits. And
So-
I'm just going to give it in front of this guy just to fuck with him.
Are you gonna?
This is not for you, Jawa Jimmy. This is more for revenge against the shopkeeper.
Hilarious.
The
Absolutely
shop
hilarious.
who was not dishonest, right? That just to make sure that's the stuff you bought, right?
Yep. All right. Jawa Jimmy, could I please talk to Sparky?
Oh yeah, of course you can.
All right, Sparky, I need you to find me a famous clue horn musician that sort of resembles me that I can impersonate.
That would be not. Wait, actually, that's a good question. Can Astromech look that up?
Can he just
Or is that
like
a
plug
roll?
into a scomp link and search
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say,
holonet?
I would assume so.
I mean, if he can't, Blaine can probably think of people that have played.
You think we got the holonet here?
God
Why
damn it.
you think I'm playing that janky ass clue horn, brother?
All right. So Blaine's gonna think of all the people that while everyone else was on missions to the unknown regions, to all the different things that Blaine didn't participate on stayed in Cloud City. He's gonna think of different artists that played in the Blue Pedal Lounge, and think of any musician that sort of resembled him that he can sort of pull off, that may be in good standing with the New Rebellion, or sorry, New Republic.
The New Rebellion.
I mean,
Is that the Empire?
Similar. But is it kind of?
Right. I don't even know what to roll here.
I don't either. I mean, it's sort of just him remembering.
like
This
that's
is more
like-
like just a random roll,
hard.
maybe.
It shouldn't be too hard for Blaine to figure that out. Is anybody? So I mentioned, nobody's got it. You don't have to pay on that flesh camouflage on there. You don't have to pay 2,200 for the computer. But does anybody want to do change their eye color or anything?
I want to look like this musician, if there is one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get frosted tips, obviously.
All right. No, I like this. Good.
Hold on. But I is there a musician that I've seen that I can impersonate? Like, I assume there may be one.
Let's put it this way: Blaine's gonna be able to think of someone because he spent all this time on Cloud City. You feel free to tell me what this person looks like,
All right.
because I can't think of a reason that you wouldn't be able to think of someone that came to Cloud City, and Elaine might have even said like, "Oh, he looks a little bit like you."
Oh no! Wait.
Even in like
Stop the cracks in our marriage.
No, like in a slight dig, like remember when you used to work out more, Blaine? Instead of sitting around Cloud City all the time.
Even worse. All right. Well, I gonna have frosted tips, puka shell necklace.
Did you really say puka shells?
Oh. Oh, maybe that should be your code name, puka shell. Yeah. There's a clue horn player. I remember his name was well, I remember his name later, but I remember what he looked like most of all.
I remember his name later. All right.
So yeah, so Blaine's going to cover up obviously the Silgic scar. His hair is going to be frosted tips, and he's going to have green eyes, and that's that clue horn player that he remembers.
So something like that. Frosted tips, puka shell necklace, retinal contacts, and flesh camouflage, which is another 1,500.
That's fine. Let's do it.
Rusty, do you want to do any, or Jimmy? Do you guys want to do anything else like with? Oh, and actually, I guess Jimmy you'd probably ask Jimmy to help you. So this flesh camouflage setup is available. It's just a matter of operating the computer. They're like, look, man, like it's kind of like a vending machine, I guess is the best way to put it. You just have to operate the computer yourself. So you guys could have Jimmy operate it for you, or you could try and operate it. I only say Jimmy because it is a computer programming repair role. To determine how well those retinal contacts and the flesh camouflage work for Blaine.
I can vote. It's fine. Jawa Jimmy, go! Heroic. Or just shy of.
28, very difficult. So, Blaine, all of your ability, you look like you get a plus 2D to disguise yourself as this lounge singer. Rusty, what was the name you're using? I mean, I know you're pretending you got hoof hands.
Well, no.
Sandra Bridges.
Sandra Bridges.
Are we doing a band? Is that what we're doing? We're gonna go infiltrate this place as a band.
Damn right, I'm the lead singer. I just want to sleep in the bottom of the hole. Yeah, that sounds great.
Do you want to? So with this as an Aqualish, or
I changed
like,
my eyes. They're black. Okay, that's it. They're big, shiny black.
I mean, you don't have to do retinal contact. You could, if you wanted, you could be like a super flashy, like gold contacts Aqualish if you want. But like, if you want to be a green tinged Aqualish instead of a blue tinged, or you want to change your skin color, you have the ability to do that with this kit here.
What's the benefit of using changing your retina? Is it change your whole face, or is it supposed to just do the?
It's well, so the retinal would be, you could actually, if you had a specific person and like data on them, like if you owned this machine and were able to upload information on someone, you could use it to improve your chances. Like I would say that you would get like that plus value. Like for example, with Blaine, he could get plus 2D to do a retinal scan as that singer.
Got it.
So it'd be like he'd get a plus 2D on his security role in that case, right? The flesh camouflage, beyond just, I'd say even beyond like whatever bonus you get from it, it also, I'm going to be putting in like a situational bonus on like, you look nothing like, like it's like, hey, that kind of looks like Rusty, but nah, man, Rusty's blue, right? Like it's an immediate dismissal of something along those lines. If Rusty's wearing giant pink gloves still, that's a problem. Right? But like changing the color of Sparky, like all those little things certainly have an impact if somebody were to, be implicated in anything. Just make sure that at the end you don't show back up with Sparky wheeling around with blue flames, right?
He just got inspired.
Like, I saw this robbery and I was like, man, I gotta copy that.
What was you posting here, Jowkazza?
That's us. That's the band.
That's
Is Jawa Jimmy on the right? Is he gonna be the stone-faced blonde?
and like for like a Jowkazza, I would say that like your role, like how Blaine, it's like, yeah, I get frosted tips. For Jowkazza, you can literally use like the flesh camouflage to say, obviously I don't really see what color a Wookiee's skin is, but you could change your fur color for kind of the duration of the mission. You could be a grade Wookiee or salt and pepper, or you're a blonde Wookiee. Like you can do kind of whatever you want with that machine. But this is the only place you're going to be able to use it, because once you guys leave here, it's utilized as a dedicated power supply here.
Got
basically.
it. So I can have frosted tips. Give me
You-
frosted tips. Wookiee.
You could be a frosted tipped Wookiee.
Guys, this is Operation Frosted Tips.
And I'll even add on, if Jay, you find me a picture of a Wookiee that is all frosted tips, whatever you roll for the benefit on that machine, I'll give you an extra 1D if you give me a picture of a frosted tipped Wookiee.
Oh, I'm already looking.
Gotta find those random art sites. I'm sure you're gonna find at least one. And what could Jawa Jimmy disguise as, though? That wouldn't be. I mean, with a silent, like, he's a silent eye, for God's sake. Like, I don't know. Can you put flesh over that? Like, how is it even? Is Jawa Jimmy just the odd man out here? Is he like the roadie who's setting this shit up? Like, is that what he
So for 300 credits, you can find somebody that will make you a like a motorcycle helmet, basically, for Jawa Jimmy.
Oh my gosh, I'm Daft Punk.
First
Right.
things first, don't
You
ask
are-
about the helmet.
And I mean, this is one of those kits. If it had been a 20, it'd have been 2,000 credits, right? So for 3,000 credits, someone, or 300, no, what did I say? 3,000, yeah. They will make you, whatever I said first, Jordan, it's on the recording. They will make you a Daft Punk helmet, basically. What you do from there, right? Like if you want to wear your Death Trooper, well, I don't know what armor you brought with you, or you want to buy a set of armor, they will tailor fit whatever. If you want to roll for like a set of armor or something, they'll tailor fit it to you, so you could walk around like Daft Punk, and instead of having a robe, you're like just a midget Daft Punk with space age armor on.
Yeah,
you gotta buy the
am-
equipment, but
I am
they'll
all
tailor it.
I'm all for this. You stole me at midget Daft Punk, which is probably culturally inappropriate, but I'm not against any of this. Joe and Jimmy's like,
Use
all
a
in.
picture of a kid, man, in a tuxedo, just for the record.
Yeah, just exactly. It's gonna be him with a Daft Punk helmet and a small child tuxedo. Is there any like tuxedo armor that exists that Joe and Jimmy can get? Because that would be amazing.
So you have a concealment vest. I mean, you can describe your armor as kind of whatever you want. If you want them to have it painted out like a tuxedo, I don't know. If you can find me some Star Wars armor that looks like it could be a suit, or you want to make a Kingsman suit.
What's the Kingsman suit?
What is that? Who is that in that movie, The Kingsman?
Uh,
Holy smokes! Did I just roll a 1 on a 1D100?
I think
whoa,
so.
you did. That's
Jimmy,
the worst thing ever.
they will.
Or best thing ever?
So, for 3,000 credits, they'll custom make you a helmet. For 1,000 credits, like this was literally going up to 100,000 credits for good armor.
Wow.
They'll make you whatever armor you have. They'll tailor it to you, but it will look like a tuxedo.
Give him that
Yes.
Death Trooper armor.
Jimmy, it's all in.
I can't believe it. I just rolled a 1 on a 1D100.
Yeah, that's insane.
Joe and
actually.
Jimmy doesn't pass up opportunities like this often, so he's shamed.
So for 4,000 credits, Jawa Jimmy now looks like Daft Punk in a tuxedo with a blue flames. This might be a better costume than Blaine's.
All right,
I think
we
if-
got
if,
little kid tuxedo and
Sparky plays the keyboard.
blue flames as Sparky.
Oh yeah, I would not be against any of this.
All right, so we got Blue Flames as Sparky, Little Kid Tuxedo as Jimmy,
All right.
Yeah,
Smoke Grenade.
yeah, that's. Can we find a keyboard?
Oh no,
Musical keyboard.
Smoke Generator
Uh,
for Rusty. Now
that can be
just
played by
Jowkazza and I
they can be
have
played
to.
by an astromech or something.
Let me see. I actually have a whole section on that I added a long time ago. Go ahead and roll 1d6, and on a 4, 5, or 6, you can find an Omni box.
Womp 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 womp. Two.
Oh yeah, nope. Only because you're at such a remote location. Like it's a rarity too for an Omni box, but you're out in the middle of nowhere. The chances of someone having that
Omniboxes
are a little
are
bit more,
insane.
or less likely rather.
Fair enough.
We could have really had the
Got my
band.
Daft Punk helmet, so that's good enough. I don't think he's gonna.
I think
Especially now, Jawa Jimmy just never taking that off and just wearing it everywhere, despite it being a disguise he was supposed to take off.
I, as hard as it is to believe that Blaine, you didn't get frosted tips with air quotes, very obvious, right? Like, I'll buy it. You know, Rusty, I get it. That person had green skin, you got blue skin. Jowkazza, you don't have frosted tips. Jimmy, you're literally wearing a tuxedo and the same helmet.
Oh my god.
All right. So, Jimmy, anything else that you want to buy? I mean, I guess you don't need to buy flesh camouflage or anything like that.
No. I did have a question about this is out of character for there's like the master coder chip and the slicer kit. Like, if I have a 5D in security, is this really needed? Any of these things? Like, is there a difference in what this does as opposed to my existing security? That was the only kind of question because it's not exactly super clear like what they're between a security kit versus the master code. I feel like Jawa Jimmy is the odd man out. I mean, I'm not against buying one, but is it only good for X number of turns? Like, this is useless after the mission. Like, how does this kind of work as far as like longevity, if there is any, rather than like a security kit or even a master coder kit? Chip.
They are these, as you can see on. Well, I don't know if you know the rarity scale, but these are not super common items, especially a master coder chip. But the security kit is actually better in that you could get a 1 or 2D for it. So they're not super common. They're more like, these are like thieves' tools in a certain aspect. Like, it's getting a good set of lockpicks or getting
exactly.
Like, so it's useful for anybody, right? You just have to carry it with you, kind of a thing. And then the ability on that security kit that Rusty and Blaine bought to monitor for silent alarms and things like that is a value. The master coder chip, like get like plus 40 to security, although that's a $700,000 purchase, is great but it's got that one major flaw of if you get a 1 on the wild die, then there's an alarm.
Yeah.
I like the security kit. It's a constant boost of 1 or 2D depending on which one you want to buy, which is, to me at least, if I'm metagaming, it's always a good thing to have free dice, right?
Yes, no, I absolutely agree. So Joe Jamie will go for the Mastercraft. I think he'll probably try to bargain for the sake of bargaining, as well as the surveillance detector. Although, if all of us have it, do we all need it? I guess that's the other question to ask. Like, do we all need to have a surveillance detector? Does
No,
Will
no,
hover around with us?
I'll add that. I'll try and remind everybody before we run into a situation where it would be useful. But I would add that whoever has it, you just have to let me know that you want to use it. Otherwise, if you forget about it completely, like I'll try to remember, and if I screw up and I'm like, oh, an alarm's tripped, and you're like, wait, why I have this thing? Why couldn't I use it? First one's on me. But after that, if you don't tell me that you're using it, and you kind of like get in trouble for something, it's like you have it, but your character never used it, kind of a thing.
All right.
Like,
Well, then I'll get it just for the sake of having. I feel like Jawa Jimmy would be the one person always having all the crap on him. So I'll get the surveillance detector.
Yeah, is that how you
up his
feel?
sleeve.
Yeah. Nothing notice that I have a silent eye behind the helmet, which is also a security detector of its own.
Not just
own
the
way, so
junk,
we'll have that as
all
well.
the crap.
I'll get the security kit, the master class of that, and I'll get some smoke bombs. Oh, it's just 2. I guess it comes with 2. Okay, and get that as well. And
Well,
Joe and
the
Jamie look.
availability too.
Yeah.
It's a smoke generator, so it's like a
Oh, is that a
reusable? It's like a reusable whatchamacallit? Smoke
Device.
bomb? Like it's
Oh
like
yeah,
it's like a smoke
that's
box
the
that you
word.
would- right? It's like a smoke box that you would use to bring a band on stage, right? Like it constantly emits smoke whenever
my
you want
gosh,
to turn
are
it
we
on.
gonna be?
Yeah, I've got one, a smoke generator.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got one already. Okay, cool. Never mind.
No,
We
no,
already
I
have
mean
one.
in real life. I don't
Oh,
have
you
one.
do?
I don't have one in the game. Just in
So I'll
real
get one in
life.
the game. That'll be hilarious. Like Joe Jimmy
Alright.
turns it on before he gets on whatever ship and just.
Hey, it's gonna
Just-
come out great for my music show. So
We're totally gonna go on stage.
we are.
So that's 4330 credits for
The only person I trust in the band right now is Jawa Jimmy, who comes in at a 40 plus 2.
I'm not sure the
Without
bargain
trying.
would be the dealsies. Let's
Hey,
see if.
Do those nerds have any other music instruments, Jawa Jimmy? Because you might just want to have one just to have one.
Yeah, is there any kind of like
Any other music instruments?
any kind of electronic instrument that Joe Jimmy could probably play?
You could play any music instrument better than any human, like, right off the bat, because you have 40 plus 2.
roll a d6. If you get a 4 or higher, then
I got a 6.
okay, yeah, no, so I'll just say here's a list of musical instruments, some of which I completely made up, some of which I made up like stats and rarity and random things for. Here's a list of musical instruments that I randomly tossed on our wiki one day just because I was like, maybe Tech wants to play one of these. You pick one, Jimmy.
Can we get the space harmonica?
I lost the Omnibox. What else is there here?
No, you can, so I'll say like you take another look around and you, as you're walking through, you notice someone playing an Omnibox. You can offer to buy it from them.
Oh,
Oh man, should I do that or the synth harmonica? Oh man, well,
I feel
Jawa
like-
Jimmy's.
not represented here is Omnibox is one of the harder, most prestigious things to play. And you know, like I remember going to Yoshi's, and they're like, "We're gonna talk about the like rhythm guitar as being the most important part of gypsy jazz." And I feel like if we were in the Star Wars universe, they'd be like, "And that's the Omnibox."
A notoriously hard to play instrument, which enhanced music
Right,
and was commonly
and
used
also
in cheese.
people are like, "Yeah, that's important," but I don't immediately recognize how good it is in like a band.
Yep.
I feel like all right. Jawa Jimmy's gonna go for the Omnibox because
All right. They'll sell it to you for an additional 1,200 credits.
Hey, I just gave
Yeah.
you 500, Jimmy.
yeah, done. We're getting this
Sweet.
band together.
We're
bringing
halfway
the band
there.
back.
We're halfway. All right.
It's weird, like this whole event that David planned out. It's like, yeah, they're gonna go raid this place and be all sneaky. No, they're just a band, man. They're just gonna go be that band that shows up. I was like, yeah, man, we're the band. You know, the one you guys booked.
Oh, it's gonna be great because you're at 40 plus 2 starting, and I'm at 4D starting. So if we get like, hey, it's gonna take us a day to get there or 2, we can still like practice, and I could raise it. I could spend some character points to get myself to a 5D, which is literally like you can play an instrument good no matter what. Like,
Actually, yeah, I still have character points left. So
yeah, I
I'll
mean,
probably use
if you
I'm just waiting
specialize
for-
in Omnibox, Like we're
I
halfway
went for
there.
Laurel to come back and just say just decide that she's gonna play that debutante from 4 years ago that just loved jizz.
Well, we are jizz whalers.
I just picture like this whole ridiculous band showing up. Or like, oh, we're gonna go do all this thing. It's like, nah, it's just a band.
Hey,
What's up?
we're the Frosted Tips. That's our band name. We only play 90s rock, mainly pop punk.
Right. And I mean, if Jowkazza finds so Jowkazza, you can find an instrument on there too.
Jowkazza
if you
should
want to
be
be
the
a part of
singer.
Frosted Tips. This is not, I mean, like every other time, this is not where I expected things to turn tonight.
Jowkazza's obviously going to be our singer, and it's going to be translated through the droid.
Yeah, and Jay, if you're still there, I know it's getting late for you. You can roll to see if you can find an auto tuner for your droid.
Do we lose Jay?
He might be sleeping.
Yeah,
It's
he's
late,
late.
man. He was in DC. But Rusty, are you gonna look for a musical instrument too? Now that it seems like that's the theme of the group.
Hey, Rusty, why don't you sing? Wait, Rusty has good dexterity, right?
Is singing dexterity?
Maybe. Let's see.
Rusty's got 3D plus 1 dexterity.
I put a picture of what I'm trying
No,
to
it's perception. Oh, which is better for Rusty, right?
Yeah, I get a +1.
Rusty,
I
what's
don't know that Rusty gets a +1 to singing.
No, I get a +1 perception.
Right. So Aqualish have preternatural senses. So the way that I read this is that you get like +1 to your like personals dealing with like predatory kind of things. Not like I sing better because I'm oh, now Chris is gone. Just drop out on me when I start ragging on Rusty, huh?
No one wants to hear this.
So like, for example,
What if he's singing under pressure? We're all judged. He knows people are judging him.
So,
He's doing
for
the best he
example,
can.
Zeltron with Katira, her race gets a +1 to like interpersonal skills, but it comes with she gets a -1D. She gets a +1D to interpersonal. She gets a -1D anytime that she's around strong negative emotions, right? I can't buy that all Aqualish get a +1D to all perception skills and no negatives.
Hey man, I didn't write the book. Okay.
Like when I read preternatural senses, I think like your search, probably your sneak. I gotta look at perception skills real quick.
Yeah, you get. I would say like, yeah, search, sneak, hide. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because bargain, command, con, forgery, investigation, persuasion. Don't really.
I'm an apex hunter, and so I will much more likely be able to forge this document.
But it doesn't. Okay, so the difference between 3D and 4D is not huge. Like
No, that's true. I'm not saying that. I don't want to knock everything. I'm not trying to like knock Rusty
because
down.
here's the thing,
Hey,
Rusty.
don't get me wrong.
At 3D.
Oh no, you're not knocking Rusty down. You're knocking on Rusty's race.
Yeah. Okay, that is. Can't argue with that. But you're also not that bad of a singer, regardless. The difference between 3D and 4D is, I mean, it's just one dice, but still,
Can you think
you
about
can
like
still be
how
the
Aqua
singer.
would
And I'll
sing?
even say you can make up the classification. Like you could say like I'm a singer, bar music, like lounge
Well,
music
I can
or
imagine
singer
Sandy
grunge, right?
Sandy Hooves singing songs as if she were Lulu.
Sandy Bridges.
Oh, sorry.
Sandy Britches. I
I
don't know
like.
why that's the voice that comes to mind when I hear that name.
It sounds like she writes murder mystery novels, and she lives in the Northeast.
Um, you know what? And if just because we've already established that Lulu's like this nightclub dancer, if Rusty's emulating Lulu after having seen her, I'm gonna have to like write out a small table on everybody's bonuses, including plus 1D for Jay if he can find me a Frosted Tips Wookie. This is
I did throw in the general what Rusty's aiming to look like. He's gonna change his eyes.
a predator, like a blue-eyed, robe-wearing, spear-wielding, long-haired Aqualish.
I'm just seeing, and this
That's
is
the
gonna be
double-sided microphone, okay?
I'm imagining the Gremlin and Gremlins 2 that base.
Roll,
Hello, lover boy.
roll me a d20, Rusty.
Sorry. I can't even roll. I'm sorry, guys. I'm feeling the band, guys. Oh, you want me to roll?
Yeah, 1d20.
We haven't even got through auditions yet.
11, middle of the road.
And roll a d10.
8.
So you're able to find this what is this guy? He's a Duro, I think. He's not a Duro. He's a Bith. This
Yo,
Bith over
Biff.
here, he's selling. He's got some kind of military wares, and he's got a like a bow staff for lack of a better term, kind of like a metal, not an electro prod, but like a metal rod, basically. And he's got some like collapsible stock equipment for like blaster rifles to kind of slap on the back end of them. And when you mention like a double-sided mic and kind of give him this mental image of being a part of this band, he kind of thinks through it and he's like, you know what, I mean, like we might be able to take these two things and combine them together. Like I think I can make a pretty serviceable, it's not going to be great, like, but I could make like a mic stand basically. So he's willing to sell you for for 800 credits. He will build it's like a small, like, imagine like the rod that they pass in a baton race, or the baton that they pass in a baton race, right? Or in a relay race rather. But it expands out like the those little lightsabers that kids have that flip out.
Mhm.
It expands out like that, and it looks like a mic stand,
Okay,
like if you were a singer for a band. And it's a strength plus 1d if you want to use it for like melee combat weapon.
okay.
But he'll build it for you so you can, like, on the fly, like you're not carrying around this giant bow staff with you all the time. You can clip it to your belt, and he can make it.
Okay, so it's got a telescoping property.
Yeah, a little telescoping baton that flips out to a decent size, right? Like he's like, yeah, I'm into this. Like after seeing Jowkazza walking around Frosted Tips and then seeing Jawa Jimmy in a tuxedo. Like he's like, I'm into this. I like this idea. I'm 800 credits. I'll make it for you, man.
Can we get him to join the band to give us credibility? And I'm not saying that just because he's a Bith, but mainly because he is a Bith.
Yeah. Make it official, bro.
You can try and convince him to come on a mission with you, but it will not be easy to convince some dude that literally is trying to avoid the New Republic to go on a mission on a New Republic base.
Well,
Take that idea. We just need a manager.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can try to persuade him rather than con him, which would probably do the trick. I want someone to really change their heart and believe in us rather than trick someone into doing it. So I'm going to go for just persuade.
All right, I'm just tossing it out there. This is very difficult.
That's fine. I'm just going to shoot for the moon and see what I get.
What do we gotta lose?
Whoa. $27.
Look,
If it's very difficult, I made it.
I don't mean like this is.
But if that was a figure of speech, okay.
Difficult, and I'm just not gonna give it to you. Yeah.
No, that was like you're gonna have to roll a heroic plus some very difficult.
Oh, it wasn't. I have to roll a very heroic, got it, or very difficult.
Yeah,
that's fine.
No, he look. I like you. I like the idea, but we stand out in a crowd, especially when we come and play with the musicians, and I have a hard time with when I get nervous talking, Will, and I just don't. I'll make you stand out.
All right, Stinky Pete. May I call you Stinky Pete?
Please don't.
All right. Well, that's what everyone else is calling you around here.
My name's Ten Sunna.
10. Actually, sounds pretty great. That sounds honestly like a rap name. I'm like, all right, 10 Sunna.
That needs to be the name of the band.
All right, this is gonna be called. So we're gonna go deep undercover. We're gonna do a lot of horrible things, and we're going to call our band name 10 Sunna plus 4.
And he gives you like you can't reach me here, but if you leave a message here, I'll get it. So he gives you his like a contact point of contact for him. Like he wants to know how well the band does. Like he's bought into the point that he's like, this isn't just a band for a con. I think this band's gonna be a success, right?
Guys, we got Space Barry Gordy up in here.
Like with the 27, he's pulling for you. He's just not confident that he should be anywhere near this when it happens. All
right. I gave it my best, and I wanted to make sure that we got a manager that believed in us, rather than tricking him.
But you have potentially Drew and/or Boda that can act as your manager whenever they show up.
Someone in Mandalorian gear as our manager. That's pretty badass.
Are you talking about either Boda or Tech? Because
Tech will mess it up.
First things first, don't ask about my Mandalorian armor. And second thing, book this band.
So, yeah. Anything else I mean, and again, so that's I like ran through that list. That's like stuff that I would think if you're a thief or trying to sneak in like a con artist that also wants to steal from someone. Um, I mean, con artists do steal from someone, but that's what I went through. But if you're like, you got some random idea like a telescoping mic stand or
I want to talk. But so before we exit and people think of
anything, yeah.
ideas, I definitely want to try to talk to that Twi'lek before we leave. If I recognize her from something, like, and I haven't done a lot, like if Blaine hasn't gone too far off Cloud City the last couple of years, like I think there's something important there.
All right.
If only I still have persuasion flirt. All right. Could one of you guys do a "Have you met Blaine" moment? No. Okay, I'll do it myself.
Have you met Blaine moment?
Yeah. Have you guys? Do you guys watch or have watched How I Met Your Mother? Have you met Ted? Or have you ever done that in real life? Where,
Walk up to a random person.
yeah, and
Hey,
then you introduce your friend.
Random person. Have you met Blaine?
Oh, hi. No, I'm not just a band administrator. I'm also a fancy clue horn player. Blaine Hansom, band administrator. Nice to meet your acquaintance. And you are
The name's Big Sugar.
Big Sugar. Or is it just
No.
Big, comma, Sugar?
The name's Big, comma, Sugar.
That was like
My name is Big Tuna.
Oh no, I made a horrible mistake. I made two big mistakes today. One was being in that crate with the guy that was in the garbage dump. Thanks, Rusty. And the second one was talking to Big Tuna.
Roll streetwise for me, Blaine.
Good God. All right, that is 23, 6 on a special.
23 is very difficult. Yeah. When she says her name is Big Tuna, it's just it stands out so much. She's got a bounty on her head. That's why you recognized her. And with a 23 and a 6 on the special, you recall seeing it you don't recall exactly when, but whenever it was like 2,000, 2,500 credits somewhere in there bounty, which is not massive, but not chump change either for anyone except for Blaine Hansom, Baron Administrator, Cloud City. For Rusty, who just haggled for 15 minutes to save himself 300 credits, 2,500 credits, a lot of money.
It was the principle, okay?
I wasn't even trying to make a jerk NPC. I was just like, yeah, we already have our prices set on purpose here.
To bone the bone.
So yeah, she's got a bounty on her head, and she didn't even give you a false name.
Wow. Well, Big Tuna, it sounds like by the way that you're able, you're not trying to hide your real name. Maybe you're actually looking for some help from somebody who knows the New Republic Guildmaster, who seems to be sleeping in a crate over there.
She gently places her hand on your chest as Blaine kind of I'm gonna go with Blaine stumbles over his words just a little bit, just like which was more Jordan stumbles over words, I'm sure, because I'm stumbling over all of mine. Um, oh, sugar, nobody's looking for me out here. In fact, I don't even think you know where you're at, do you?
I mean, I thought this was Waypoint Station, but I could be wrong.
Oh, we call it a lot of things.
Here's the thing. You're eventually going to get off this station. You're eventually going to go back into the galaxy. You know, what, and I mean this in full honesty, without any other implications. You know, I feel like a lot of people, myself included, have been unfairly victimized by different groups. And I'm always trying to look to help people out. Is there, you know, how did you get 2,000 credit bounty on your head? Is there something we can do here?
Dear, with those frosted tips, I don't think anybody unfairly victimized you.
Well, Frosty Tips is absolutely a victim. It's not a victimless crime. All right, Big Tuna. You know, I'm sorry. I'm a taken man, so.
I'm awfully proud of my bounty. He deserved it.
Well, I'll do what I can to walk away slowly.
Look. No, she'll let you walk away slowly.
All right, I'm gonna walk away slowly and awkwardly, as indicative of my frosted tips and puka shell necklace. Hey, Rusty. There's a woman that's hot to trot. I gotta get out of here.
Oh no, I'm not into Big Tuna, man. I listen to your conversation, man. That is not okay.
Hey, Jawa Jimmy.
I don't get women with bounties. That's the
All right. Yeah. All right. I mean, Big Tuna is just could be an unfortunate name, or an unfortunate smell.
I don't remember even all of the NPCs here. I have a name written underneath them. I don't remember even where I generated them, except for one. No, two.
You don't
I
remember
intentionally named
how you
Swag.
Piff McFly Swag?
I intentionally
Big
named
Tuna?
Captain Swag. Big Tuna, I don't remember. This Gungan, that's the which oddly, because he's only got one eye, which would lead you to believe that he's quite rough. His name is Gumbrawl Fifth.
That lisp really makes it. All right, guys. How are we getting to the Isle?
You could ask Captain Swag.
Yo, Swag, you take us to the Isle, or Nightshade has something else?
Oh no, there's not really much other way that you're getting off here for a little bit.
Can I pilot the ship and you co-pilot it?
Oh, you think I was gonna make you ride in that crate again?
I mean, one, yes, and then two, also, if anybody tries to attack us, I don't think I could just sit in a crate and get shot and exploded.
No, there's room upstairs for you.
There's room upstairs for me. I'm gonna start saying that to people. Nah, there's alright.
I'll tell you what, I'll only charge you I like rolling d20s for things. Wow, I am rolling
credits.
really low.
Yeah, I guess I'll give you 3 credits for this.
I'll only charge you. How many how many people are in the group? One, two. We got four here plus Boda, Drew. So I'll charge you 1,800 for to shuttle y'all down there,
Yeah.
and I'll let the astromech come for free.
All right. Boda said he'll pay for it. You're so sleepy.
So yeah, he'll fly you out.
All right. Well, I'm gonna charge Boda. He won't even notice. This guy. All right.
Jowkazza, is there anything? Even if it's like medical or something like that, because there's a variety of different sellers around the asteroid station. If you want to do the frosted tips at plus 2D to your disguise as being another Wookiee, you can do that for, what was it, 1,000 credits, I want to say, or no, for 500 credits for the changing of your fur tone. But I know that it's so late that Jay might be asleep. And Rusty, you wanted to do your eyes?
I'm gonna do my eyes, but I'm trying to get a whole outfit. I'm almost done. I'd like to change my eyes, grow my hair out, but maybe I need a wig.
I don't even know how much a wig would cost. I mean, like, these are good retinal contacts. Like, let's say that a wig is 50 credits. Like, you can find someone that'll do some weird stuff to get to make a wig. After seeing this band begin to assemble, and I'm assuming Jowkazza's got the tips. Boda's gonna have to figure out how he's gonna look like a manager. Drew is gonna dress to the nines as whereas Boda's the manager, Drew's like the presentation for the group. Like the whole asteroid after a certain point, especially after seeing somehow, I can't believe that I rolled a 1 on a 1D100 for Jawa Jimmy to find a tuxedo for so cheap. This little Jawa go from being a smelly robe wearing astromech monster leading thing into a
harsh.
debonair Daft Punk.
Oh, debonair Daft Punk. I feel like Jawa Jimmy's getting all the good nicknames.
People will like the kind of this is such a like out of the way. Usually people are here for a couple months at least at a time. Place that they start to get excited about, like, you hear about that Jawa dressed up like in a tux, like, oh man, you got to see that Wookiee, he got frosted tips all everywhere, and I mean everywhere.
I just picture like the nicknames. Oh man, it's DDP walking around. Who's that? Oh, it's the debonair Daft Punk. Oh, you haven't heard of DDP? Oh well, you're missing out on life.
You're missing out on life.
I'll say that there is a slight issue in that they can't, with kind of how they're putting funds towards a lot of stuff. They're trying to scrape things together to help you guys out to a degree, but they only have so much cloth to work with, and so you're gonna have to, for what Rusty's asking for, Jawa Jimmy would have to agree to let Rusty use his robe, and they're gonna, they have enough fabric to kind of, with Jawa Jimmy's robe, expand it out, so you'll have your own robe going on that was made from Jawa Jimmy's, and Jawa Jimmy's, you're only gonna have the tux. until
I
you get back
mean,
to higher robe, which are easy to find elsewhere. People just don't carry around robes randomly.
is it wrong that I think it would be really hilarious that Jawa Jimmy will always be in a tux and this becomes his new persona?
That's it. Like, nope. You rolled a 1 on a 1d100 one time. I always wear tux now. Yeah, no, that's completely possible.
Jawa Jimmy feels like the luckiest man. The luckiest Jawa.
I mean, I get it. Like, that's when Stewart's arm got chopped off, when Blaine's foot got chopped off, when Blaine got scarred, when Luke found his Mandalorian armor for the first time. It was all role based. I love it.
I mean, it could have been up to 100,000 credits to make that suit, and it was 1,000.
You know, we were gonna pay it no matter what.
I'm sure that Blaine doesn't care about his money, but you think Blaine cares so little, and Jimmy cares so little that
I think
he would
100,000
accept
credits,
100,000 credits
Elaine
loan?
was going to be very upset if I was like, but I had to get him a tux, babe.
Had to be the band, baby.
Blaine calls in Cloud City. We're gonna up the price of gas by 0.5%.
Hey, Lobot, we're not going to open up that children's orphanage. I had to get Jawa Jimmy a tux. Tell those poor Ugnaught orphans to go back on the streets.
Oh, that's right. We have the Ugnaughts there. I forgot about them.
That's when the bartender comes back. He's like, "I heard you didn't make the orphanage, you bastard." That was what I was paying my taxes for charity.
Quick, Jawa Jimmy, blind him with your tuxedo beauty.
All right, so Rusty has to wear Jimmy's robe.
So they just don't have enough cloth to make a full robe, whole cloth, right? Like they just don't. But they're willing to patch together, what matching kind of fabrics, as far as color they have. It's not going to be like this full-on Jedi robe. Like this looks like it's a patchwork robe.
It doesn't need to be a robe. It needs to be like a dress.
This is a dress. Oh yeah, because you are a female Aqualish. That's right. Oh, and now there's pink lightning bolts on it.
And hoop earrings.
and hoop earrings. I didn't see any of these changes. This is why Chris has been quiet the whole time. He's been making changes to his picture.
Oh.
I love the fact that the more we look away, it's like, oh, it's a staff. No, it's 2 microphones. Oh, wait, now there's hoop earrings and blue eyes. And
I've only had 3 beers. There's no way.
All right, so then if this is the dress, you're gonna have to. Let me take a look around at who I put in here, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you're gonna have to convince. Oh no, there's either Big Tuna or this other Twi'lek that's actually over in that's the medical bay. You're gonna have to convince one of them to part with the gold earrings, and the one in the medical bay, she's not big on. She didn't bring any dresses with her, but Big Tuna did. So you're gonna have to convince Big Tuna to.
Where's Big Tuna again?
Oh, you don't want to talk to Big Tuna.
Where's Big Tuna at?
She's in the cafeteria area, right by Jowkazza.
Jowkazza, being my wingman.
Have you met Jowkazza?
And And
all
what can I do for a strapping young Aqualish such as yourself?
Hey, well, I was just happened to be in the neighborhood looking for a cup of sugar.
Oh, you've been all around this neighborhood, honey.
I've been looking in all the rooms in this big hunk of rock, and I can't help but
Big hunk of rock.
be accustomed to your beauty. I think you got a stunning sense of fashion.
Testify.
And she just kind of settles from she's flirting to see how uncomfortable almost she can make you to just like looking like, oh, you want to play you want to play back. And as you start to compliment her, she just go on.
All right, here's the truth. All right, my gang and I, we're gonna be doing something really dumb, and I'm going big, and I wanted to know if you could help me with my fashion. Make me look as pretty as you. Would you be willing to give me a makeover? I'm proud when I say that.
I love it.
If I could just be a fraction of your good looks and stunning Aurora, then I would really appreciate it. It'd be an honor.
Honey, there's almost only so much I can do to hide those muscles of yours, but I might have something a little bit looser that'll cover you up.
Well, I mean, we don't have to cover too much, but I'd appreciate that.
I mean, if you want anything to be convincing on that body, you're gonna have to cover up a lot of it because there's just too much man to let show.
Well, thank you. And I appreciate such compliment.
I just figured like Jowkazza, this gigantic Wookiee is rolling in his eyes next to us.
Jowkazza's just been standing there the whole time. Everybody's gone by.
Just breathing louder and louder.
All right. What? Do tell. What do I have to do to get this outfit?
Hey.
Roll.
Jawa Jimmy, just pickpocket those earrings.
Offer you.
He's gonna be real hard, but if anyone could do it, it's this little tuxedo kid.
Oh my gosh, let's do it. Let's go for it.
I was joking, but
You want the tuxedo kid to come out? I guess the question is, Jawa Jimmy, does Jawa Jimmy command a presence now? Is this sneak out and worse? Because he has all this like stuff on.
You're definitely like sneaking, but then you're like, I don't even want to sneak.
yeah, it's like, why would Jawa Jimmy sneak anymore?
I don't want to do this.
It'd be. I'm just gonna talk. It's gonna be somewhat difficult to pickpocket someone on a mostly empty asteroid of an item that is not only being worn by them, but is
I'm sorry.
attached to them.
I mean, you only have pickpocket 5D. I wouldn't risk it. If you had pickpocket 10D, I'd be like, let's do it.
Roll it.
Jimmy would steal all the world. That was the case.
Rusty looks at Jimmy and he like behind his shoulder and he's putting his hand out like,
No, not this one. Not this one.
Roll a persuasion, Rusty, and then I gotta figure out how to run them. Let's see how low I can roll.
Persuasion is...
It's a perception skill.
Woo!
and go ahead, and I'm gonna give you 1D for this is like a preternatural, like you have locked in on prey.
Oh, gross.
And and roll with advantage. So roll twice and take the higher number for doing the thing that Blaine was too scared to do.
Hey, I gotta protect my man. Oh,
Um,
You got the 14.
is this Rusty? What happened, Rusty?
I got scared.
she'll sell you the dress and the earrings for 1,500 credits, which is not super cheap for a dress and earrings, but you also know you're not getting a dress and earrings anywhere else.
Rusty takes her hand and he kisses it and agrees.
All right, all right. Plus dress, plus. I'll even say that the dress does have pink accents on it.
They'll match your boxing gloves.
That was the point. Which I gotta fix. Pink lightning.
This is also I can keep track of something later on. I can come back here at some point later and look and go like, oh yeah, that's what people buy. All right,
And,
yeah.
Gold hoop earrings and the dress. Sweet.
Yeah.
Glad I saved that extra 300 credits.
to buy a mic stand and a dress, yeah.
There's so many people in here that we didn't even talk to.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you guys did like this guy right here. His name's
Campbell.
Ran and Hugo there. Those two guys are the ones that worked on Sparky. He's the one who made the mic stand. This was the original guy selling goods, but he left and was replaced by this Ithorian.
Oh, okay.
And that's who you talk to purchase stuff. I mean, obviously the Aktachi gave you a dirty look.
Well,
Nobody went and
what about
talked
the
to her.
Duro?
Can I
The
buy?
Duro, yeah, nobody went in there.
Hey guys,
Is there, like-
let's talk to everybody. Hey,
And
if Bodo was here, I'd be like, hey Bodo, what if we just stunned everyone and this was now our base? all right. He's not here to encourage my worst thoughts.
Is there a spot we can get a drink?
Yeah, is there like a 10 forward or a common room before we go off on the mission?
you're in it with Big Tuna. I mean, that's where you can get food and drink. And they don't have, they're not let's put it this way. In general, people don't get wasted because they can only hold so much liquor. But the liquor that they have, they don't have lum. They only have the hard stuff here.
Hey,
Because
don't
if they're
worry.
gonna have some, they can only store so much.
Let's do this. I've got go for it.
Well, I just want to offer the Gungan a drink.
Hey, you have mixology. You could make up some special drinks here.
Wrong character.
Oh no, that's yeah.
Alan's
right.
got mixology.
God damn it.
Rusty's got nothing.
We always get mixed up.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't want to drink anything. I just want to offer to buy a drink for that guy. But yeah, we should talk to. I'll just go around real fast.
You can talk to whoever you want. Go nuts.
Go nuts.
I mean, obviously, we're not leaving the planet yet.
The asteroid.
Or the asteroid, yeah.
Go rock. I like this.
It's cozy in here.
So, let's what's the Gungan up to? I just want to quickly just tell the Gungan. Hey, man, I'm sorry, man. You know, if I can, if you want to take a load off, I'd offer to buy you a drink, man.
Despite the fact that the drinks are already paid for and I have access to them, I appreciate the gesture.
All right, sweet. Next.
So I figured out how to make people that Blaine doesn't like, and now I've made someone that Rusty doesn't like.
No, it's not that I don't like him. I feel better now. I just,
Hey, debt solved.
yeah.
All right.
Sparky, kill that Gungan. And Sparky's now as a astromech can't do anything. God damn it.
All right, Jimmy. Blaine, let's go.
Hey, should we go talk to this one Twi'lek over here?
Yeah.
Sure, why
And
not?
what about this Duro? Let's talk to both of those before we leave.
Let's split up. It's not crowd.
Too many accents for me to think of.
Aren't the Twi'lek supposed to have a French accent?
I can't.
I thought there were a trillion. Oh.
Hey,
Look, Big Tuna had her accent. All right.
Big Tuna made my night.
I didn't think you.
Allah Jean.
I literally rolled. I rolled terribly all night, and all those rolls ended up with yes.
Well,
she
you
had
rolled
Noni.
1 D100, which is crazy.
I'm surprised.
If you had done that,
free.
What's that?
I'm surprised you just didn't give the tuxedo for free. Like he was like something about you, kid. You're like,
Well, I feel like the person that made it is gonna accidentally forget money in the tuxedo. Wait, what?
I guess the only thing that'd be better is that like they paid him to wear it.
It's a pirate shirt. Yeah.
I mean,
well, let's
yeah.
talk to the other two people just to see what's going on here at Waypoint Station.
So there's this Duro. His name is
Soccer Blue.
Bana Modoc. I'll spell it out.
Bana Modoc.
Bana Modoc. This Zabrak back here, although you didn't meet his sister, you saw her and didn't know it. His name is Lucas.
All right, Lucas, stinky pants.
All right, Lukey Dookie, what's up?
I don't remember it. Okay. I remember what it is. Hi. Can I help you?
What's shaking, man? Like, what you doing on this hunk of junk of rock?
You don't know?
Sounds like you into some shady stuff.
And he gestures towards the back of the room here. It's the only other place on there, if you guys, if you take a look around and see, that has a, I don't know what that shield is, the ray shield, I guess, that descends when open to the vacuum of space.
Just protecting us from death. Okay. All right, so I think you should get into.
I run the private dock.
Get into a tickle party with this person. Tickle them until they accidentally hit the real ray shield thing and kill us all.
I run the private dock. That ship that just left. I was the one who had them hooked up and disconnected them when they departed.
All right. I appreciate your services. Just want to say hi. I'm a friendly guy. I like to buy clothes off people.
Look, I got nothing to sell you, buddy. I'm just here. Having a tech that can maintain the dock and keep a little bit of privacy pays well, and I've just been looking to find my sister again. ever since that meteor strike, I just don't know what happened to her, and he just kind of starts. He'll tell you like a random life story, like
Hey,
he's an oversharer in that aspect. He
but,
just
but
won't tell you his professional, like who he talked to professionally or anything, right?
what about his sister? Maybe we have met her.
I mean, the odds of you having met a random Zabrak are pretty low, right?
Is your
Yeah, you'd be
sister?
surprised, man.
Is her name Tech?
Oh, her name's Ness.
Wait.
Well,
Uh.
I called her Ness. Her name's Vanessa.
Wait. Uh.
Uh,
We. Wait.
I got a bad feeling about this.
No. We know a Vanessa. We know a Ness.
Like, did we know as in no more?
This is getting really uncomfortable for me. I don't know if when you say, did you know, you might have known some woman, maybe even my sister, and you knew her, or you knew her, and based on the people that come around here, you offed her. Like,
Hey, no, hey man, look, like
none of these scenarios work well for me.
I was whispering that to my friend.
God damn, your tusks are so loud.
They make a weird clicking sound when I chew.
Who bought that? What, Rusty? Were you the one who bought the silence bubble generator too?
Yeah.
Um, he points at it and he said, "That that thing doesn't work when you stage whisper 2 feet away from someone. It's for surveillance equipment."
Oh, thank you. But it works, right? That's all good.
It should.
Wait, we know this Ness. Uh, I'm not gonna remember it right now.
Okay.
Hey, let me get your contact information because I think I might know who your sister is.
I can vouch for him. He's cool.
Oh, one stranger vouches for another. Great.
Man, we just trying to help, man. All right.
Well, here's the thing. I could just here's the thing. Let me just and you know what I'm gonna
Is
do?
Blaine gonna go off the rails and push this guy out the race?
No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna start playing a very sad song on the clue horn.
Play your musical instrument
I'm gonna
skill.
say, here's the thing, and then the thing is it's just gonna be a very, very sad clue horn song.
Do, 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 do.
While he's playing a song, can I access the data pad and just look up Spacebook?
Or I think it's just gonna like pickpocket him. Oh, 19. Well, pretty good. Wait, who's snoring? Is that Jay? Oh, poor Jay.
What did you
About
want
that
to
as
do?
well.
Jay, is that you?
No, Troy's gonna get some sleep as well.
Yeah,
All right, I get you.
I'm getting out. Gentlemen, have fun and enjoy the rest of your escapade tonight. This was great.
I love that
Getting
you
the band
got
back.
your tuxedo.
I can't believe that I came up with that and then rolled a 1. So you enjoy. I'm excited for Jawa Jimmy. I'm excited for the artwork that's gonna come out from this.
Jawa Jimmy is stoked.
I mean, we already got it. We already got that amazing artwork. All right, cool. See you, Chris.
So, like, what we have to do at some point.
Jay, that's crazy. All right, so 19.
Yeah, he was like, all right. He kind of gets this like where they like glassed over look, like he's kind of thinking about something else as you play a tune.
It's gonna be a sad song.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? All right, and he'll give you his contact information. I don't know that you've ever met his sister. But all right, he's willing. He's so like I miss her. Like maybe this person does know, moved by the music, that he's willing to give you his contact.
Perfect.
Hey man, we're just here to help. And if there's anything else we can do, if you'd like a hug,
I think she's something cooler, but we can figure it out.
You know what? I'd normally say no, but I could use a hug now.
all right, man, put it here, man, put it here.
All right. He's gonna hug you with. She's gonna hug you with her hoofy hands.
This is really awkward with you all done up in drag, but
Hey,
thank you.
big hoofs, big hugs.
Hey,
And I'm gonna play a little hug song on this.
What is a hug song? All right.
All right, mystery solved. Looking for his sister. All right, but going back to Jimmy in the tuxedo, we got to go back to that water bar, and he's just gonna like,
Oh God!
he's gonna max on everybody.
The worst song of all time.
After being moved by the clue horn earlier, he is now like suddenly like shaken from his reverie as he finds himself coming to, in a certain sense, hugging a Qualish in drag as so, like he realizes that tears were running down his face for a second. Please leave.
Yeah.
I respect that. Respect. Okay, let's go. Next person.
All right. So we have the Duro and we have this woman to talk to.
How did this become your mission is to talk to every NPC and make me think of their...
Let's just talk to this Twi'lek real quick.
Oh, the super friendly one. Let's go.
No, I'm never talking to Big Tuna again. I'm out of that.
All right, Jordan, you pick the next person.
All right.
That
Mhm.
one.
Let's talk to the Twi'lek, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, we're just going around the Waypoint Station, seeing how everyone's doing. This is my good friend, Roostan Steele.
Nice to meet you.
There a reason that you dress like a woman? I mean, maybe that's insensitive to ask. We just don't get many people like that. I mean, dressed like that here. Even Big Tuna, like, she doesn't normally wear outfits that are so non-functional here.
Well, if you must know, I'm an artist, and
You are certainly a piece of work.
thank you.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. What brings you here?
You know, normally we don't talk about ourselves that much here.
Don't worry, I'm a police officer.
Well, we're on the right side of the law.
That makes me a little less comfortable. But
Don't worry, I drink a lot.
my name's Alalon, and it's not very frequent, but every once in a while we do need someone to be treated medically, and that's my job. So, it's like a traveling nurse gig, except I'm a doctor.
Hey, do you like music?
Does it actually matter what I answer that question with?
It does.
Because
Because some people
you've already
love.
produced a blue horn, and I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to hear it,
No,
whether I want to or not.
I'm that glue horn's just barely sticking out of my sleeve right now. But I'm saying, like, do you want to be a doctor on a renegade asteroid, or would you rather kick ass in a band?
I mean, how big is this band gonna get?
Oh, this band is already out of control. Here's the thing. You could see these prostitutes, and you could think, yeah, this is a great band. But here's what's also crazy. Is that we are playing at this amazing island where with all these New Republic dignitaries that don't even care about money, but they're going to pay us a ton of it because they don't care about it. And it's happening almost right now. So if you have any musical skills, we're looking for people who could sort of fill out the stage as we play musical instruments.
Or we're looking for dancers. So, if you shake it up.
Oh. Well, I mean, didn't you just tell me you were a cop?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Blaine, you starting to make me uncomfortable.
Hey, you know what's crazy about cop? If you spell it backwards, it's POC. Which means person of crap.
I have never played an instrument before in my life. It just never really struck
What
me
about,
as
have
something.
you ever sang?
Not a singer to the public.
But I bet if you close your eyes and rolled like a D50 and got something like real high, maybe you are a good singer.
Whoa.
Why not?
I'll walk out of the room.
I'm really kind of middle of the road, I think.
All right. Well, when our fans get so excited to see us and they pass out, we'll call you to help revive them.
I mean, if you're just looking for someone to dance, I did some work to get myself through university. But they pay me pretty well here, and
How much do they
you'd
pay you
have
here?
to. Well, for this, 4-month stint that I'm out, I'm actually getting about 10,000 credits a month.
Not bad.
Fucking A.
I am a doctor, and sometimes people come in with some pretty serious problems.
Well, if you ever wanted to just go back to those dancing days, let us know. We're gonna take a quick nap, which is exactly what I think Blaine would do. Took a shower. Has to deal with some serious problems. Talk to random people. I'm gonna take a 6-hour nap.
Well, I mean, you might have a hard time with Bana Modoc, the Duro that runs the station, convincing him to have no doctor. But if you're willing to match the pay, I think that it could be an interesting experience.
Thank you. It's been a really great conversation talking to you.
You came into my office and asked me to be a part of your band.
I love it. Well, I gotta figure out if we can afford you. Because honestly, you're better than us. And
I don't know how to take being told that being a dancer for a band is better than being a doctor.
that's what I'd say. Honestly, you're better than us. And here's the thing, we appreciate you so much for what you do. And if we can afford you, I'd love to have you dance with us. I just have to see if we can afford it. And here's the thing, you're doing such a good thing for the galaxy, and we all love you for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. It's nice to meet you, and you look fantastic. She is not
does
talking
this.
to Blaine when she says you look fantastic. She is talking to Rusty.
She's talking
Thank
to
you.
my bleach tips. Wait, what?
Thank you. And I respect, and it's nothing but respect and honor your job. And take care.
I honestly think
and-
we should just pay. We should just pay for her to come with us, because
And
she's a backup
you-
doctor.
just as a side note, so you know, before you go, I really, from the tone of the conversation, doubt that you're going to be paying me. I understand, but
We're not hurt.
shell necklaces, they were very popular in the 10s. The 10s BBY. It's 10 or it's 11 ABY.
So here's the thing.
That was like a put down in slow motion.
It was. I'm gonna play some sad songs that reminds her of her high school prom years.
Blaine, man, just let it go, man. Let it go. Let it go.
I grew up in a backwater town. This is fashion as I know it.
Really,
Wait, how much was it?
Really?
10,000?
she
Or 40,000.
she said she makes 10,000 credits a month on the station.
Hey, here's the thing: if we can't get, if
actually,
Laurel doesn't come back, it might help us. So it's not a bunch of random dudes showing up. It might be to have a doctor, female Twi'lek, who is probably smarter than all of us, help heal us. Aside from maybe Jowkazza.
yeah, only because you're Blaine. Like, if it was any other character, I wouldn't even say this. Blaine, roll your con. Not con fast talk, your base con.
Oh no, not my con fast talk. That's my bread and butter, baby.
But you con fast talk people. She's not fast talking you if she is conning you, right? Like, just as Blaine, I feel like Blaine would be suspicious of anybody, and 10,000 credits is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, that's more money than anybody makes from those Dunium mines on a monthly basis.
We've all lost like what money is worth.
That's true.
Blaine, man, I already spent like 10 G's on all this spy gear that I'm pretty sure don't
Difficult.
work.
You get the feeling that when she said she makes 10,000 credits, like, everything else actually seems pretty straightforward and legitimate. Like, she seems like she probably is a doctor. She's certainly sitting in a medical office, right? She seems like she probably danced somewhere to pay her way through university. But it's when she says she makes 10,000 credits a month that you're like, I pay people. I've done some shady things. You're probably lying to me right now.
No doctor makes 10,000 credits a month, thanks to our universal healthcare coverage that we have in the galaxy.
But just
so
like-
speaking of this, I had to dispute getting my COVID vaccination shot to United Healthcare. I had to open up a thanks America, saying that I owed $60 to get my second COVID shot.
That's crazy.
It is. I literally had to open up a dispute charge. Anyways, lady, 10,000 credits. It's a little excessive. And you're sure you're a doctor? I think this is going to set off alarm bells in Blaine's head. Even if she is a doctor, they're just lying the salary. I feel like if you're in for a little bit, Blaine's going to start pushing for more of the, like, wait a second. Maybe you're lying about other things.
I'll tell you what. You bring me a patient, I can prove it.
So work better if I could shoot somebody around here, but I love this little Jawa in a little tuxedo. I love this little
And you know what? I'm bored enough that you pay me the 10,000 credits a month. I'll even go with you to the patient.
10,000 credits a month. I'm gonna say, hey, give me a second. I'm gonna do a quick check. I want to know if this person has a bounty on their head on the New Republic, because paying $10,000 to have an NPC healer that could follow us around, it's not a bad deal. Which is something that we've not really done in this game, where it's like, I'll pay X amount of dollars to have someone who can perform this service for us. Can I roll like a streetwise or something to see if like I can pull out? Because not really a bad deal. Maybe.
I'll even give you if you want. You can, if you want to look up Boda's really quick. You could ask Boda if he recognizes her, because he's
Oh, which I love, because Boda's always like, "Hey, do I recognize her as the guildmaster?" I was like, "Well, buddy, you don't do anything. You're like in name only. You're not doing anything."
I just figure everyone is his kid.
You're gonna have to come up with a band name after this. Honestly.
So here's the thing: my Streetwise is better than Boda's.
Doesn't he have Streetwise like bounty hunting or something?
No, he has Streetwise.
Oh, he has business.
He has Streetwise. He has Streetwise 40 plus 1, and Blaine has 60. So Blaine's not going to ask Boda. And he'll take that 17. Oh, did I lose you guys?
Yep,
Or not to Rathley. Yeah, to Rathley.
Sorry, I think it cut out for a second. What happened?
He asked if you could get a doctor from Cloud City, and I just pointed out that the doctor or the captain offered to take you to Rathley. She has a small bounty on her head. Most of the people here would have a bounty on their head.
Yeah, but do they have it based? Do they have the bounty from New Republic? Do they have the bounty from the Empire? Or actually, like the very fractured Empire right now, where it's either Dala or it's either Pelion. So here's the thing. Sidebar, guys. The guy that makes the minis, I kept requesting Dala, and he messaged me. He's like, "Oh, it's going to be in the next month or the month after. He's going to make Dala as a mini," because I kept requesting it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's great. I'm excited.
What was that?
With one of the mini groups that I'm in, what is it? It's the not Darkfire. Who is the person that I subscribe to the minis to? The guy that's the French person that makes the minis. Anyways, he's gonna make $1.
You just kind of a lot. I'm sorry.
All right, let me see.
Choppy for there.
Oh, I see. Here. Is that better? Is that better?
Marginally,
All right. Let's try this.
that's better. All of a sudden, she's got like a 500 credit bounty on her head. It is held over. It was Imperial, but the New Republic decided to keep it because they got all the a lot of the records from the Empire when they took over Coruscant. She got like a 500 credit bounty on her head for
A speeding ticket?
no, for like operating without a medical license, basically.
Oh, she's dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, we take her. She sounds like a character. That's all.
Oh, so Black Remnant's gonna make $1 either next month or the month after.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I'm excited. He just made Pelion, which is great. But she does. Like, I feel like if we were about to meet someone IRL, like, here's your character. I mean, 10,000 is split between us is not that bad to like get an NPC that could heal people and then could use. So I'm in on this. I think if we want to try to split 10,000 credits, we can easily do it and have a quote unquote patsy.
As a GM tip, if you could
Bargain that price?
Yeah, you could bargain with her if you want.
All right. I'm absolutely going to do that unless anybody else here can bargain more. Harder?
I mean, it's you and Rusty. I don't think Rusty can bargain.
No, definitely not.
We already saw Rusty try to bargain.
Not in my outfit.
All right.
No, I did learn quite a bit from Big Tuna. I think I'm going to go with. Definitely am inspired on that route. Big Tuna taught me everything.
All right. I will do a little bargain. And the whole thing's going to be about, hey, aren't you bored? Aren't you bored on this rock floating?
What happened to your audio, Jordan?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No?
Take it back. Stop. He's taking a shower holding his laptop.
Wait, can you hear me at all or no?
This might be a night.
Oh, no. You can't hear me? All right, hold on. Hold on.
I can make out. I can try to piece together what you're saying, but now that I've had 2 beers and half a glass of scotch,